All right, welcome back to another epic game of 40K here with Tabletop Warriors. Got my buddy Gabriel in house today. Brought his Dark Angels with the new codex, so wanted to give him a shot. I'm going to run Sisters again, hopefully better than I played them last time since it was my first rep of 10th edition with them. We'll go through some mission deployment things with you real quick, and then we'll roll for first turn and get things started. We are going with hammer and anvil deployment, so long table. We are doing take and hold, so each objective you hold in your command phase will give you 5 points. And then we are doing supply lines. So if you're holding your home objective on a 4+ during your command phase, you'll get an additional CP. We do have 2 additional markers. We can switch to the top down real quick that you'll see here on the battlefield, here in the center. The little black token here, and then over on the other side, those are Dark Angel specific teleport homers that they can come in within 3 inches of using rapid ingress.
Rapid ingress for free.
And then they still have to adhere to the 9-inch, outside of 9-inch rule, but it does give them, a place that they can come in and do that within 3 inches of those 2 individual markers. So if we go back to top down again, I'll go over my deployment, then Gabriel can go over his. So you'll see here, kind of on my home objective, I've got a unit of Celestian Sacrosancts holding the objective. Then we have that's our Castigator, and then we have our Exorcist here sitting on the home objective as well. Over here to this side, we have an Immolator with Retributors, 4 Multi-Meltas, Cherub. We have our 3 Paragon War Suits that are being led by Morven Vol here underneath the piece of terrain. They, this time, are going with the maces instead, but they do still have the multi-meltas. Over on this side of the table, we do have Celestine with her 2 Gemini Superia and 5 Zephyrim in that squad that she'll be leading. Then we have another Immolator with 5 more Retributors with 4 multi-meltas. We have a 10-lady Battle Sister squad and a Rhino with Palatine and a Dialogus. And then here in the middle, 1 sister against them all, we do have Preacher with the Saintly Example enhancement in order to, hopefully farm some additional miracle dice for us. Palatine does have the Palatine does have the Blade of St. Eleanor, and then we also do have on our Dialogus in that same unit the Litanies of Faith, so we can re-roll some miracle dice potentially. And then off of the board, I've got a unit of Seraphim. In Deep Strike, I have 2 Death Cult Assassins, 2 Crusaders, both just Strat Reserve, and then another 10 Sister Squad in Strat Reserve that we'll be walking on. So that is my deployment, my kind of breakdown of the army real quick. If you want to go into
sure.
what you've got deployed real quick, and then we'll roll for first turn and get things started.
So I'm running the new Inner Circle detachment, which is focused around Terminators and Deathwing. So I brought 25 Deathwing Terminators with 4 characters today.
Sounds awful.
It might be. We'll see.
I meant for me.
Well, it could be either way. We don't know yet.
Yeah.
The new rule lets me declare an objective as vowed. Okay. So that happens in my command phase, same time as Oath. Any Deathwing units or infantry that attack get +1 to wound, and it also makes a bunch of my stratagems better. Now for my deployment, I've got a unit of 5 Deathwing Knights with the Terminator Chaplain here. The Terminator Chaplain has a no enhancement. Then I have another unit of 5 Deathwing Knights with the Terminator Librarian. The Librarian has the lethal hits, but if he's on the vowed objective, he also gets crits on 5s, which means that he, specifically the Librarian, will get crits and lethals on sustain and lethals on 5s on the vowed objective. Back here in my deployment zone, I have a unit of 5 Standard Intercessors to give sticky objectives.
Awesome. And
then over on the right side, I've got 10 Hellblasters with Azrael and a Lieutenant leading. Then in Deep Strike, I have a big 10-man block of Deathwing Terminators led by a Terminator Chaplain. He has the enhancement which lets me consolidate and pile in an additional 3 inches.
Awesome.
Then I have my Terminator Captain with a 5-man unit of Deathwing Terminators. They have the enhancement which lets me Deep Strike on 1.
Oh, yeah.
Finally, I have a unit of 5 Assault Intercessors with jump packs in Deep Strike, just hanging out.
And then when you say Deep Strike on 1, that means you could come in on turn 1. You would ignore the normal rule for turn 2 or later.
Yes.
Oh, outstanding. And you can do that top of 1 if you go first.
Yes.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
That's painfully
It
awesome.
might be. And then I also have notable stratagems just because they're brand new. I have coming outside of 3 inches
Okay.
from deep strike. So that
No
lets
charge?
no charge there, just
Kinda like
like
Necrons.
the rest of them.
Gotcha.
But
Yep.
it does mean I can drop a big 10-man block of Terminators right in your backline. There's not much you can do about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Other than shoot, yeah.
Yep.
But fortunately, they're just regular Terminators, so Storm Bolters and Plasma Cannons.
Gotcha. Okay. I think we are ready for a first roll off.
All right.
All right. Oh, and good luck, sir.
Good luck to you as
Yeah.
well.
5.
All right. I'll
It's
be
on
going
me.
second.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and do some things here at the start. We each gain our CP. We're at 1 each.
Yep.
And then I have a roll for 4+ to gain another one. I do. So I'll go up to 2. And then the only other thing we have is I need to gain a miracle dice.
Yep.
It's a 5. This is already starting better than my last game with sisters because I think I only rolled like 2, 4, or highers. So
yeah, well,
yeah,
I can see that being difficult.
There's a lot of 1s and 2s.
Yep.
All right, so we'll go ahead and start doing some movement, and then we'll see what else we got. Oh, yeah, got to draw secondaries. We are both playing tactical secondaries today. So for me, I've got Overwhelming Force and Extend Battle Lines. Yeah, okay. Let's get started with some movement.
Okay.
All right. Let's see here. So I do think Celestine's squad is going to go ahead and move up and tow onto this objective. I think that will be beneficial. I hear holding objectives is, a good thing.
I think that's a standard of 40K, yeah.
Yeah. So, with the book being new and I know you've scoured it pretty thoroughly, what are you thinking so far about the book and kind of how Dark Angels are looking? Just doing some movement here.
Unfortunately, it seems like the Codex curse continues with Dark Angels.
Oh, really?
We lost several key units. In fact, one of my units are modeled as the Deathwing Command Squad, which I loved. It was ancient for extra OC. You had a apothecary, and you had a bonus to charging. That's now gone entirely. So it means that Deathwing Terminators are changing. Really, the nerfs that we see from the Codex initially are pretty rough, but it all comes down to points, which we won't get till it releases next week. If points drop enough, they could still be strong, but it's certainly not going to be that same block of dangerous Terminators right in the middle of the field like it was before this.
Gotcha. Yeah, makes sense.
However, the Ravenwing actually looks like a lot of fun. The new bike detachment has advance and shoot and fall back and shoot, and then you can give them a bunch of enhancements to enable alpha strikes. You can strat reserves early, you can scout, and then you can advance and charge. All of those are each an enhancement.
That sounds pretty good.
Blackwing Command Squad is now a character, so they can attach to Outriders, or they can attach to just Ravenwing Black Knights. So either way, you can get a bunch of bikes up the field. I was playing around with the list. You could reasonably get about 30 bikes in your opponent's deployment zone or into melee on turn 1 with charging and advancing. So
wow,
it's a pretty reasonable, and it could be really powerful. We'll just have to see how it shakes out, because once again, it's all about points.
Yeah, you don't know until you got to kind of see how it all looks, so to speak. Would you mind rolling me an advance roll for my preacher here in the middle?
That is a 5.
5, I love it. Thank you.
See, I'm about to do a bunch of advancing, and if I'm rolling worse than that, I want you to roll my advance rolls. I think that's only fair.
You might not want me to roll your advance rolls. TJ and I went back and forth with advances, and when I roll them, they're never good. When he rolled them, they were pretty good. So you may not want me rolling them, but we can find out.
We'll find out.
We'll find out together. Okay, so I'm going to try to screen you a little bit here. I know, with the 3 inches outside, that sort of thing.
Yep.
Will you roll me another advance, please?
Yes, sir. That's a 1.
Okay, great. Let's go ahead and, so they would move 9. Don't know that I really want them that in the open. How far is the move on that unit? And can they advance?
They do have, their guns have assault and heavy.
Okay.
And then they have standard 6-inch marine move.
Okay, so you could move up to 12 with these guys?
Yep, and
okay.
24-inch range on their plasma weapons. Azrael gives them sustain hits 1, and the lieutenant gives them lethal hits.
So you could get all but the back 4 guys through here to be able to see me if I moved out. So it may not behoove me to do that. Let's see how many you could get. Yeah, the back 5 would not be able to make it unless they went way out here. Okay. In that case, it might. And what's the AP on that class? 2?
It's 2. It's standard. Overcharge is 3.
Overcharge is okay. Overcharge would be -3. Got it. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and. You know what? Let's burn a CP. And will you re-roll that advanced roll for me?
4.
That's much better. That we like. We like that. Great. Okay. That way we can at least hopefully limit the number of shots that can go into this squad. At least somewhat. Okay. At least limit the number of models they could see.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll turn that way. We'll just kind of tuck everyone right there. And I think...
And they don't have any kind of advance and shoot or advance and charge, right? They're just...
They do not.
Yeah.
No. They kind of tend to re-roll everything, but they don't have any advance and shoot, advance and charge, anything of that nature. I'm going to make one more small adjustment here since those moved on the emulator here. And I think that'll be it for my movement. Obviously, not for me, nothing coming in on turn 1. It might be different for you, but for me, nothing coming in on turn 1. So I think the only other thing to do is to shoot some exorcist shots.
Okay.
Because it has indirect.
All right.
We're going to go with the missile launcher.
Okay.
Missile launcher is going to do D6 +2 from the exorcist, and we're going to go into your
Hellblasters. All right.
Hellblasters. Yep. So D6 +2. It does not have blast. So that's going to be 6 total shots.
Okay.
It's going to hit on 4s because of indirect.
Yep.
With the -1.
Nice.
It's pretty good. Take that. So 4 hits and strength 10.
2 4s.
T4. So 2s. There's a 1 for you. So that's going to be 3 at -2.
All right. So cover will put me on a 4-up save either way.
You got it.
Fail 2.
Okay. I will take it. These would be D6 each. So
okay,
let's see if I can kill anything. First one.
Well, that'll kill 1.
Second one.
That'll kill 1.
All right.
And then I need to check something, see if any of my guys have line of sight currently to anything. The answer is no. So that will just kill 2 Hellblasters. We will move right along.
Good job pulling the back ones there that we're probably not going to get out past the ruin anyway. Okay, so that's my great big turn. Let's see. For extend battle lines, I control 1 or more objective markers in my deployment zone and 1 or more in no man's land.
Mm-hmm.
So that will score me a great big 5. And then for overwhelming force, I couldn't do anything there.
Yeah.
So we are where we are. And I've already gained an additional CP. So I will just hang on to that one for now.
Sounds
and
good.
We'll see what happens with that.
Okay.
That's all the points that we need to score. So I'm at 15 with the 10 for paint, of course. And I think it's on to your turn.
Sounds good.
Do you have anything at the end of turn?
I don't have anything at end of turn, no.
Okay, great.
All right. So now we will go to mine, and I'm going to start off with drawing my...
Start of your turn, I will gain another miracle dice. It's a 1.
So I will draw my 2 secondary, Storm Hostile, and I'm actually going to redraw that because you cannot get that in first turn.
You got it?
Shuffle that back in. Draw a fresh one. Assassination.
Okay.
Well, I appreciate you putting that character right out in the front there.
You're very welcome.
It's a win-win for both of us.
Yeah.
So with that, I think I will go to... additionally, in my command phase,
roll a 4+ to gain.
Actually,
your
Azrael
CP.
just farms me a CP for being on the table.
Oh,
so
well, there you go.
I don't need the
You already
supply
get it.
lines yet until he's dead. So
I'll see if I can help you out with that.
No
No problem.
We'll see what happens. For my vowed objective, I think I will go ahead and declare that is vowed.
Okay. The one here closest
The
to us?
one here that Celestine's on through the wall.
Perfect.
We'll see if I can get a big charge going. And then for my Oath of Moment target, let's go ahead and do...
So Vol's unit's T6. I know you're looking over there at the Paragon Warsuits.
Yep.
The Vol's unit here is T6, 2 up, 4 up.
Okay.
4 wounds on the suits.
All right. The Oath of Moment target, I guess we can just call... Sorry.
What do you think? What do you think in between?
Well, so I'm gonna drop in some Terminators right in your back line.
Of course,
I
yep.
can. And so the question is
behind enemy lines, so it behooves you to
exactly.
do so. Yep.
So the question just becomes whether it's worth doing on something over here, maybe trying to get out that Exorcist, because D6 indirect damage is pretty hefty, or if we maybe try to focus on more of Vol's unit. I think we'll go ahead and put it on Morven Vol's unit if you want to hand me the oath marker.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'll put it down here for you.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Yep.
Okay, and then we'll get to movement phase. So if you would...
Yeah, so we've got Morven Vol's unit here, the Paragon Warsuits that are oathed.
Yep.
And then we have the objective marker over here that is vowed.
Yep.
And then you can go ahead and do your movement.
All right. So would you mind rolling in advance for Azrael?
Yeah, absolutely. Gotcha. A 3.
Okay. So that means they get 9 inches. Whew. I think maybe the safe play is just tuck them in and see what happens, because nobody's going to get a ton here. And Morven Vol's unit moves at what?
8 inches.
Okay.
Yep.
So an 8-inch here means that they are at... And they are vehicles, so they have to move around the terrain?
That's correct. Yep.
Puts one an 8-inch. Okay. I'm not going to move my full 9 then. I'm going to stay about an inch back from the wall.
You got it. I think that's good. Good call. My my Paragon Warsuit Morven Vol unit being the deterrent that I was hoping it would be.
Azrael and the boys are tanky, but they're definitely not a let's get in a melee combat tanky.
Yeah, yeah. And especially not with Vol's unit. They're pretty saucy.
I will throw Terminators at you all day and we'll see who wins that. But
Right. Yeah. Yeah, the Paragon Warsuits with Vol are pretty good.
So these are the new Deathwing Knights. They unfortunately took several nerfs in the Codex. Biggest one being that their maces went from hit on 2s damage 3 AP 1 to hit on 3s at damage 2.
Gotcha.
So definitely a bit of a tick there, unfortunately.
Gotcha.
Then we're going to go ahead and move the Librarian and his unit. They're actually mostly going to be tucked into the wall here. Notably, the Deathwing Knights do not have any kind of... Deathwing Knights don't have any shooting, but the Librarian himself does. Then my Intercessors will just shuffle around a bit and make sure we try to do as much zoning as we can.
Yeah, the Deathwing Knights, just like before, they just don't even have guns, right?
Correct,
No,
yeah.
Literally no options.
Literally no options.
Okay.
Just in this case, it's just the Librarian and Terminator armor who's got any
Gotcha.
shooting to do.
Yep.
All right. Exorcist is way back there.
Yes.
That's theoretically slide my Intercessors back, and hopefully you don't just delete the Intercessors for existing.
And if you were looking for, range on the missile launcher, it's only 36.
Yeah.
So where I'm at now compared to where those are, probably not gonna.
Yeah.
Unless I pushed way up, which
It'd be a tough time.
yeah, it'd be a tough reach.
All right. Then that is my standard movement, so I'm going to go ahead and do my deep striking because, like I said, the captain has the enhancement to deep strike on 1,
Yep.
So we're going to go ahead and drop.
Still have to do the 9-inch, or you could do the 3-inch.
I am going to spend the CP
Okay.
to
Perfect.
do the 3-inch. And unfortunately, that is not a battle tactic, so my captain does not get his freebie.
Okay.
All right, so...
And here's a widget if you need it.
Sure, I appreciate
To help
that.
you out. Yep. It's come in handy when I'm running my hypercrypt.
Mm-hmm. I can see why.
Boys. Yeah. And from here, I am about 2 inches from the wall. So as long as you stay about 1 inch from the wall, you should be good.
Okay. Then I think that does it.
Looks good to me.
So that is my Terminators back there. And so we will go to shooting. Starting off, we'll go with the Terminator Librarian.
Was there anything else in movement phase?
No.
I think that's it, right?
That is it, yes.
Okay, great.
So we'll go for my Terminator Librarian, who's standing on the other side of the wall. He's going to shoot your character there in the middle.
We appreciate you.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a win-win. You get some miracle dice.
Yeah.
I get 5 VP, as long as the Terminator doesn't fail utterly.
Yeah, yeah.
So we'll start off with his combi weapon.
Okay.
It's definitely outside of 12.
Okay.
So that's 1 hitting on force.
You got it.
Hits.
That's a hit.
Anti-infantry 4 up. Dev wounds. At strength 4, so that's probably not going to wound you, unfortunately.
Yeah, need a 3. Yep.
But I do have my smite, which I'm going to go ahead and use the focused witchfire. So D6 attacks.
Okay.
6 attacks.
That's big.
Yep. Dev wounds, hazardous, and psychic here, hitting on 3s. 5 hits.
Whew.
And then strength 6 to 4s, I'm assuming?
I am T3.
T3, so 2s to wound.
Yeah, you're in there.
Everything wounds, and 1 is a dev wound.
Awesome. And what's the minus?
2.
-2. Okay, so I will be on my 4-up invulnerable save.
Okay.
I only passed 1, so no matter what, I am dead.
That is death.
So because the preacher has the enhancement saintly example, I will gain D3 miracle dice upon death for 2.
All right.
So these are going to be a 4 and a 1. And then I am going to spend 1 CP.
Okay.
And I'm going to use the, excuse me, there we go, stratagems. I'm going to use the Divine Intervention stratagem.
Okay.
So when a Adeptus Sororitas character unit from my army is destroyed, I spend 1 CP, I bring them back, and I discard up between 1 and 3 miracle dice, and they come back with that many wounds.
Okay.
So I'm going to discard these 2 1s.
Yep.
Because they're not doing anything for me anyway. And it'll come right back where it is, and it will have taken, it'll have 2 wounds remaining.
Okay.
So we'll put that dice out there by it. And that's that for me, but you will still gain your points for assassination.
And I also have a hazardous test here that I passed.
Totally good.
Okay. And then we will go to my Terminator Chaplain. He's just going to fire his Storm Bolter. 2 shots into that same creature. See if we can just keep farming you those dice.
Yes, please.
That is 1 wound.
You got it. That is a damage, right?
Yep.
1 damage. Okay, great. Move back down to 1 wound remaining.
Okay, so now we will go to the rest of my shooting, which is actually going to be the Captain and the Deathwing Knights, or no, the Deathwing Terminator squad.
Okay.
We'll start off with the Captain in Terminator armor shooting first.
You got it.
He has a combi weapon, which he's going to put into Morven Val's unit.
Okay.
They are not infantry, right? They're vehicles, so
Correct.
I don't get the anti-infantry 4-up.
Yep, they are not infantry.
2 shots hitting on 3s with dev wounds and so 1 hit, but they are oaths, so reroll. Still hit on 3s, so that's just 1 hit.
Yep.
And then toughness, you said, of 8, so 6 is to wound.
Toughness of 6, move of 8.
Okay, so that a 5 will wound at no AP.
Okay, you got it. 2-up save. Good.
Okay. And then we will go to the rest of their shooting, which the unit has 4 storm bolters and a plasma cannon. And I will go ahead and overcharge that plasma cannon.
Sounds terrifying.
It is just okay, actually. So first we'll go plasma cannon. D3 shots. 1 shot.
I'm not mad at you.
Hitting on 3s. Oath.
Really not mad at you. Still not mad at
you.
you.
Yeah, I figured. And then we will go to the various storm bolters. So there's 4 storm bolters there within rapid fire, giving me 16.
Absolutely.
And then these will hit on 3s with Oath a moment.
Okay. It's strange to see Terminators hitting on 3s.
Yeah, agreed. It really feels like they should be on 2s.
Yeah. I mean, Oath helps you out,
Mm-hmm.
but still, it still feels like Terminators, especially with fairly inconsequential shooting like Storm Bolters. Things.
Yeah.
It feels like they should hit on 2s.
And thinking about it now, I actually misplayed this a little bit because the captain gives reroll charges. So I should have just come in outside of 9 and just tried to
make a 9. Yeah.
So then we will go to the wound roll. Strength 4, so wounding you on 5s. That looks like just 4 wounds at no AP for you.
Okay, great. So 2 ups. If I was to roll 4 ones, you would get one.
There's one.
There's one. I will take a wound.
Okay.
So 3 left on that closest one.
And now we will go to charges. So the only charge that I've really got is this Terminator Chaplain into Celestine's unit on the other side of the wall.
Okay.
Are they right up against the wall, or are they?
They are right up against the wall.
Okay.
Yep.
So if they're right up against, I'm thinking an 8-inch charge.
Sounds terrifying.
All right. Let's see what happens. And
all about
boxcars.
All about
boxcars will get us in there.
So saucy.
All right. So, looking at the way it's going to fit, everybody's going to be able to just get into combat and touch the wall.
Yeah, absolutely. Which is good that you did roll that high, because now you're not missing anybody out of combat.
Exactly.
By having them be behind a rank that's not in base.
Yep.
So that's fantastic.
Okay.
And by fantastic, I mean
utterly terrifying. We'll see what happens
bad for
next.
me. Yeah, real bad for me.
So the Terminator Chaplain gives them a 4 up against mortals, which doesn't matter here, but he also gives them a flat +1 to wound in melee.
Okay.
So it doesn't help as much with the Vowed, but we'll see what happens next.
Okay.
So we'll start off with the Terminator Chaplain, and I'm going to go ahead and use the new strategy Martial Mastery to give me full reroll to wounds on my Vowed objective.
All right. So full rerolls to wounds.
To wound rolls, yes.
Okay.
So 5 attacks from the Chaplain hitting on 2s. No rerolls to hit.
Okay.
Strength 5 to T3,
3,
which will put me on 2s to wound.
Yep.
And then I will reroll those 3 1s because that was a great CP. That is 4 at AP 1 for 2 damage.
Okay. I'm going to take these at first on the Gemini Superior. These are 2 damage each, you said?
Yes.
Okay. In that case, I will take them on the Zephyrim.
Okay.
Because my Gemini Superior are 2 wounds each.
Okay.
But I'd rather them just go on 1 wound models first. On 4 ups.
Yep.
So lose 2.
Okay.
So 2 of my Zephyrim will go down. All right. There is that.
All right. Then we'll go to the Sergeant of the Deathwing Knights.
That's a Gemini. They all look the same when they all have pointy bits and wings. Okay.
The Sergeant of the Deathwing Knights has a Relic Flail with lethal hits. So he will hit on 2s with strength 6, AP 2, damage 2.
Okay. Yeah,
with
you'll be winning
lethal
on
hits.
2s with this one.
All right. So that is 1 lethal hit.
Okay.
And then 4 wounds. Reroll the wound roll. That is 5 at AP 2, damage 2.
AP 2, damage 2. Okay. I am going to slow roll these ones.
Yep.
You said it's AP 2?
AP 2, damage 2.
Okay. So let's go on Zephyrim first. 5 up. Good. Zephyrim again. Nope. So 1 Zephyrim down. I will go Zephyrim again. Nope. 2 Zephyrim down. And
So it's just the 1 Zephyrim and 2 Gemini Superior, right?
it is, well, there's 3 Zephyrim because I've lost 1.
Oh,
and then I
yes.
just lost 2 more. So
Yep.
I do have the squad leader left in the Zephyrim. So I will put it on the other Zephyrim. So all of the Zephyrim are dead. And then this one's going to go on a Gemini Superior. So 1 Gemini is down as well.
Okay. And then how many wounds are on the Gemini?
2 each.
2 each. All right.
Yep. But 1 is dead. So I have 1 Gemini Superior left
Okay.
who hasn't taken anything yet.
And then finally, we have my 4 Deathwing Knights and their Maces of Absolution. So that is 4 attacks per model for 14.
Okay.
Or 16, sorry. And then these will hit on 3s at strength 6 with +1 to wound.
Okay.
So I'm going to go ahead and drop 3. That's not terrible for no oath.
No, not at all.
And then we will wound you on 2s here.
Yes, strength 6 to T3.
And all of them
All of
will.
them. There you
So
go.
that is 5, 10, 13 at AP1, damage 2.
Okay. So AP1 will put me on 3s.
Okay.
So Gemini, 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 Gemini.
Oof. Come
Gemini.
on. There we go.
All
Finally.
Right. Gemini's down for the damage 2. And then Celestine's going to take these on 3-ups.
Okay.
So 2 go through. So she will go from 5 down to 1 wound remaining.
That was a crazy roll on that one Gemini.
Yes. Yes. I rolled the first half of those on the front half.
Yep.
Yeah. For sure.
Okay. And then I think it's you get to strike back.
Sweet. So the only person I have left, which actually she has been fought out of combat. Do I want to go in? Yeah, I probably do.
So, I'm sorry, I couldn't see behind the terrain. I would have consolidated to keep Celestine tied down.
Oh, that's
and
okay.
keep the unit. And
yeah, if you want to do that, that's totally fine.
So, this unit will go ahead and consolidate and tag your Rhino.
Okay.
That Deathwing Knight will.
Sure.
This one will also push into the corner, and it's a bit tough to see in there, but I should have enough
Yeah, you could put them up top too. If it's easier.
Right around here. And these guys. So I should have 4 Deathwing Knights on the objective at the end of my consolidate move.
Okay, great. So we'll go ahead and make our attacks with Celestine. She has 5 attacks.
Okay.
They hit on 2s. Drop 1. And she is strength 6.
T5.
So she's going to wound you on 3s. 6s are devastating wounds. So we do have 2 dev wounds, and they are flat 2 each.
So the Deathwing Knights reduce damage by 1, making them just a tanky brick.
Yep.
So I'm just going to go ahead and put one of my Knights, the one that's over here that tagged the Rhino, on 2.
Okay. They have 4 wounds each?
4 wounds apiece.
Awesome. Sounds great. Anything else?
I think that's it.
Okay. So end of turn, you've got Assassination for 5.
I do. And I have Behind Enemy Lines for 3.
For 3 points.
And I should have no CP at the end of this turn because I spent 1 to Deep Strike within 3, and I spent the other on Martial Mastery. Yeah.
You did get in.
Oh,
you did
yes,
get in the
you're
extra
right.
one for Mastery.
You're right.
Yep. So you should still be at 1.
I should be at 1 going into your next turn.
Okay. So I did have one of my units die, the Zephyrim.
Yep.
So at the end of the fight phase, I will gain a Miracle Dice.
Yep.
It's a 3. So I do have a 3, a 4, and a 5 on Miracle Dice before I go into this turn. And then I think that is it for the end of turn. Yep. And then start of the turn, I will have another Miracle Dice to gain. 2. And then I will have a CP, an additional CP on a 4+. I do gain an additional CP.
Yep. And then don't forget to draw your extra
for
secondary.
supply lines. Yep. And then I still have Overwhelming Force, and then we're going to also draw Storm Hostile. Okay. So I have to kill something and then control something I didn't control.
Yep.
Kind of the same thing, right? Sounds like it.
Well, I think it's notably the one I did control, which means it's either my home objective
or
that one there.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah. So, okay. So that's the only other thing I have to do is with Celestine. She does have an ability that as long as I control a Celestine model in my command phase, if it's below starting strength, 1 destroyed model is returned to the unit.
Okay.
So I do gain back one of my Gemini Superior. And then I think from there, that's it for command phase, and we'll jump into some movement.
Okay.
Oh, and for points at the start of turn, I do control the center and the home, so I'll just have 10 on primary.
Okay.
Yep. And then we can go to top down.
Before we go any further, your Rhino did have attacks into my Terminators that we forgot about. Okay.
There we go.
Okay.
We're done. All right. Now we'll go into the movement phase. We'll go top down, and we'll see what we can accomplish with some movement here. I think what we're going to do is we're definitely going to hold still, I think, with these two, the Emulator and the Exorcist, but I do think my Retributors are going to pop out. and try to do some damage here if they can into your Terminators.
All right.
Because it seems like a good idea to us.
We'll see how that works.
Yeah. We're gonna find out for better or worse. And then we're going to, I think, just everybody get up here a little bit closer. Actually, no, I think we do want to remain spread out, just to try to screen the home objective at least. I can see from here into the Terminator unit there.
Mm-hmm.
So I am going to just kind of hold still with this just to get the additional bonuses to
Heavy?
For heavy. Yep. I do think I am going to. I'm definitely going to move my preacher here in the center just to be annoying because, hey, it's scoring me 5 points right now. So I am going to move there just to be annoying and make something come after me and get me, and not that the Terminator librarian can't do it because it's already done it once. I am going to move this unit over. We're going to get a little... actually, you know what? You are in the terrain, so we're going to line up here. Even though it makes my charge longer, I am going to line up here so I can get shots into your unit there.
Okay.
And then that'll also give me the ability to target, charge either unit that I deem necessary, whether I come back this way or go forward.
Sure.
I think that's probably in the best interests. The only other question is, with this Rhino, I do feel like they should fall back as well as Celestine's unit. However, with that being said, I am thinking...
I think Celestine... would you have to take a battle shock? I don't know when the Gemini Superior comes back.
So we will take a battle shock there. We're totally fine.
Yeah.
So we are going to fall back with Celestine for sure. The only question is, do we want to fall back with the Rhino or do we want to get the unit out first? I think we want to fall back first and then disembark. So I think we are going to do that. The Rhino's going to fall back to here and just kind of help with some screening and things, I think. And then the unit is going to disembark, the unit of 2 characters and 10 Battle Sisters. So they are going to get out. So they can go up to 9. Not quite going to go that far with their normal move, but they will kind of line up here to maximize what can shoot.
What I am hoping for in this next balanced data slate we're expecting this week is that they restore mortal feel no pains will also work for dev wounds again, because a lot of armies I actually play Custodes and Dark Angels, have built-in mortal wound protections, and the dev wounds change, which was needed, unfortunately really nerfed both of the toughness of those armies. You pay a premium for that.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so I think that is it for my normal moves. Let me think really quickly if I want to bring anything in from Strat Reserve or Deep Strike. I don't think I do, because I can score both of these by just kind of focus firing here on this one unit. So
makes sense.
I think we are good with the end of movement phase here.
So at the end of your movement phase, I'm actually going to use Rapid Ingress for free on that teleport homer over there.
Absolutely.
And drop in my big 10-man of Deathwing Terminators.
Sounds terrifying.
It was this, or it was like 30 bikes in your face. Either way, it was going to look something like this before too long.
Yeah.
All right, and then let me get a peek over here.
And it should just be that tank, should be the closest thing. So basically, if you're within an inch of that objective marker on the field, you should be good.
So notably, the teleport homer does not say the unit has to be wholly within 3. They just have to be within 3.
Oh, excellent.
Which means that I should be able to get, and I can double check that here in a moment, but I should be able to get everybody within and maybe even stretch out a little bit to the limits here.
Awesome.
And then this is the unit with the enhancement for the 6-inch pylon and consolidate. So they have quite a bit of movement that they can do.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
All right.
And
well,
I think that'll do it.
I think we and this is your character here, correct?
That is the character, yes.
Okay, so if I start shooting over there with Immolator and Exorcist into this unit, he's still going to be the last one alive. Okay, great. I just want to make sure I wasn't going to take myself out of being able to shoot with my Crusader. So I think we are good with movement then. That's it for you, right?
Let me double check the
within wholly.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Just going to go check it against the standard Terminator.
Yeah, we can always pop back to that as well. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and fire some big shots here into your Terminator squad.
Okay.
And I know you said the Deathwing Knights are -1 damage. Are these Terminators as
Those
well?
are not, no.
Okay, great. So they're just 3 wounds each?
Oh, yes, that's correct. No minus damage. Now, real quick, what are you starting with?
So I'm going to start probably with my Immolator squad, my Immolator tank. That's right there next to you.
Okay. And what's the AP and damage on that? Or
depending on what I'm shooting, because I do have Hunter Killer missiles on the tanks.
Sure.
So the Hunter Killer is -3 d6 damage.
Yep.
The multi-meltas on there are melta 2, so they're d6 + 2, -4.
Okay.
On their AP.
All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pop right out the rip here. And I actually should be at 2 CP because that rapid ingress was for free because I did it within range of the teleport homer. So I'm going to use one of my new stratagems that is called Unmatched Fortitude.
Okay.
If your strength is higher than my toughness of 5, you are -1 to wound.
Okay, great.
And then that costs 1 CP. And then for my free stratagem,
and is that until the end of the phase?
That's until the end of the phase.
Awesome.
And then because my captain is a captain can use a battle tactic for free, I'm going to go ahead and Armor of Contempt them as well.
Okay, great. So then that puts you just down to 1 CP.
Yes, that puts me down to 1 CP.
Perfect. All right, so we're going to go ahead and shoot our twin multi-meltas into that squad first. So hit on 3s.
Nice.
Both hit. It is strength 9, so I would be on 3s. Now I'm on 4s with a -1.
Ooh.
That is 2 at -4 with Armor Contempt.
Puts me on my invul.
On your invul.
Pass 1, fail 1.
Okay.
Give me the damage.
It is
6.
8.
That'll 8. Yeah,
with
go
the
right
additional.
through. Yeah.
Okay. So kills 1 guy.
Yep.
You want me to pull 1 for you?
That'd be great.
Cool.
Yeah.
That one okay?
That one, that first front one.
Perfect.
Thank you.
And then we're going to go ahead and fire our 1-shot Hunter Killer missile.
Yep.
That's going to hit on not a 1. So that is done and gone. And then we're going to go ahead and fire heavy bolters there as well because we have them.
Yeah.
And why not? So 3 shots. Everything misses. Perfect.
Yeah.
Makes that easy.
As a player of tough armies, never underestimate the power of pot shots, even when that happens.
Right, yes. Okay, so now let's go ahead and go with the Retributor squad.
Yep.
Retributors are going to have 4 multi-meltas.
Nice.
So that's going to be 8 total shots. I do not want to use any dice here. So we're going to just go ahead and start some shooting.
Yep.
So 8 shots. I did move, so I will be on 4s with these. And then do we want to spend a miracle dice? I don't think we do on this unit because I still have a lot of shots that can go that direction. So, yeah, now we're going to, it would be 3s.
Yep.
Now 4s.
All right.
So that is 3 at -4.
On the 4-up invul. Fail 1. Damage.
Okay. 3.
Okay.
So,
I think if it gets through with the melters, we can just say one of them's dead.
Yeah. You probably don't want your autocannon. You probably want your regular guy. Or your plasma cannon, rather.
Yep.
So we are going to go ahead and use the... See, that's the real question now. I think I'll come back to that. I think for now we're going to use the Castigator. And the Castigator is going to go ahead and do some shots with its guns.
Okay.
So we're going to go Hunter Killer into the same unit. Does not hit.
Those Hunter Killers are not liking you.
They not a fan.
See, that's where I'd be using Miracle Dice. Get at least the Hunter Killer hit through.
Right, I guess, yeah. I was trying to save it for the wound roll.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Let's go ahead and do Stormbolters. 1 hit. And the tray.
No.
That is a wound, yes.
Okay.
No minus. 2 up. Yeah,
Pass.
you got it. And then Heavy Bolters. 2 hits. Oh, sustain hits 1. I had a 6 in there.
Yep.
Nothing. Cool. Good talk. Now we'll do the Battle Cannon. So it's D6 plus 3. So 4. How fortuitous. And then let's hit on 3s. So 2 hits. And these will need 3 pluses.
Okay.
Because of strength 10.
So it's actually -1 to wound because it's strength 10. So that I think that's a 3. No, it's a 4. Excellent.
Yep.
Okay.
So 2 wounds, -1 ignore cover. So you'll just have
2 on my.
You'll still be 2 up because you have Armor Contempt going.
Good to go.
There you go. I think that is it for the Castigator.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and jump to Lay Exorcist now. And let's fire the Exorcist.
All right.
Into the same unit.
I figured.
First things first, let's do a Hunter Killer Missile.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and burn a 2.
Okay.
We've
Did the Hunter Killers hit on 2s?
Yes.
Okay,
We're
yeah.
tired of not hitting with them.
Yeah.
Excuse me. All right, so we hit. Now, can we wound?
Yeah.
I would wound you on a 2. Goes to a 3 because of the -1. Yes, we can.
That'll do it.
-3, but with Armor of Contempt.
Puts it on my emblem.
Yep. And
Still
you make
good.
it, of course. And then let's go for some heavy... actually, let's go ahead and fire... Yeah, let's go ahead and fire Heavy Bolters first. 3s.
Okay.
Nothing sustained there. So that's 2 wounds. Actually, 1 wound because -1.
Okay. The -1 you should always wound on
it's
a
only
4.
strength. That's right. It's only if my strength is higher.
So
2 wounds -1, but with your Armor Contempt, you'll be on 2 ups.
Yep.
Don't roll double 1s.
I think we're good for this moment.
Yeah.
But you know how
For
it is
now.
with Terminators. Sometimes it just turns against you.
So now we'll go ahead and fire the missile launcher.
Yep.
So it's going to be D6 plus 2. 5. Needing 3s. Goes down to 2s because I didn't move.
Okay, yeah.
With heavy. Okay, so 4 hits.
It's a good thing you didn't move.
Yeah. And then strength 10. So I would wound on 2s, but -1, so I'll wound on 3s. So that is 2 wounds. And these are -2, so you'll be on 3 up.
Good on both.
Make them both. All right. Let's do some more Melta shots. Let's go from...
These melters are where you're getting me, it seems like.
Yeah.
Now, is this an 18-inch melter or a 12-inch
These are 18-inch multi-meltas.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're going to fire from this squad into there, and let's make sure that everyone is within the good stuff range.
Mm-hmm.
They are not.
So it looks like just the back one.
Yeah. In that case, we're probably going to have to split some shots up. So we're going to fire... Vol's going to shoot back there.
Sure.
Actually, you know what? Let's just shoot them all back there, but I will break out the 2 that are closer. So here is the first 2 shots for the one that is in Melter range.
Okay.
For the bonus damage. So they will hit on 3s, I think. Can't remember if it's...
That'd be unusual for Meltas. Usually they make Meltas on 4s.
Yeah, but they're the war suits, so they're a little better. Let's see. Melta. It is a 3+.
Okay,
on
nice.
Melta. So they do both hit. And then these are strength 9, so I would wound on 3s, but -1, so 4s. And I do reroll everything because of Morven Vol.
Okay.
So 4s with rerolls. So there's a reroll. Just 1. -4.
On the
So
end
on
ball.
the end ball.
Fails again.
Okay, so this one will auto kill
Yep.
one because of the bonus damage. So I will grab your non-plas.
Yep. Thank you.
And then these 4 will be the ones that don't have the bonus damage.
Okay.
And then vol shots are going to go there too once this is completed. So re-rolling. Oh no, those do hit, or no, they don't. 3s. Okay. So 3 hits. Again, 4s with the -1. So re-rolling everything because of vol.
Okay.
That is 1.
On the 4-up invuln again, and we're good.
Make it. All right, so now we'll have more Vol shots into the unit. Let's see what she can do, if anything. And we're going to shoot the Paragon missile launchers first.
Okay.
So that'll be 2 shots, and we're going with the big shots. Re-rolling everything, hitting on 2s. There we go. And wounding on 4s because it's strength 9 with the -1.
Yep.
Re-rolling everything. So 1 at -2, so you'd be on a 3-up with Armor of Contempt.
And that fails. Damage.
All right, D6.
Oof,
5.
that's another one.
All
If
right.
you want to grab the guy with the power sword, we'll leave the plasma cannon for last.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yep. Now we will go with Vol's Fidelis.
Mm-hmm.
Hits on 2s. 6s are sustained. Rerolling everything. Nope. And then this is only strength 6. So I still will be -1 to win, so 4s, but rerolling. So 1 and 2 at -1, so just 2 up.
2 on 2s.
Armor of Contempt.
Fail 1 anyway. Damage.
Take 2.
Okay, that'll put that plasma cannon on 1.
Gotcha. Set that there for you. Now, let's go ahead and, because we're getting so close, we're going to go to the next unit to shoot, and it's going to be the Immolator here.
Sure.
So let's go ahead and put some Immolator shots into that unit. Immolator, we are going to do... Oh, let's go ahead and burn another Miracle Dice for a hit.
Okay.
And then we'll try to wound you on a 4.
On the Hunter Killer?
Yeah. Or actually on a 3 because it's straight 14.
Okay,
so I would wound you on a 2. So let's see if we can roll a 3 here to wound you. We do.
You manage it.
All right. And that is -3, so 4 up.
Good up.
Still make it. Breaking my heart. All right. Now we'll go with the multi-meltas. So it'll be 2 shots. 1 hit. And
4s.
4s, but twin linked. That is a wound. So -4, so invul.
4-up invuln. Here we go, and we're good again. This is why you deep strike Terminators right in the middle.
Apparently. So now heavy bolter shots.
This will be what gets him. All the melts
1
in the
sustained,
world.
so that'll come back. And then these will win you on 4s. No twin link there, so 1 on your 2-up.
Okay.
Oh, that tried to be a 1. I saw it. Okay. That is it from the Immolator. I'm going to shoot my Battle Sister squad into these knights here.
Yep.
So the first thing that we're going to fire is the multi-melta.
Yep.
That misses. I meant to actually burn a Miracle Dice there. Forgot. Okay, then we'll fire the normal melta. That hits, and I'm going to burn a 4 to wound.
Okay. So that will just mean that my Death Wings are on their 4-up invuln, and they're good.
Cool. I did use a Miracle Dice. I'm going to use the Cherub to gain an additional. So
okay.
That's a 2-up.
And that's a once per game?
Yeah. You just use the Cherub, and then you gain a Miracle. And it's immediately after you use 1.
This is actually my first time fighting Sisters in 10th, so I'm excited.
Yeah. They have their place for sure. They're a little bit more difficult into hard targets, especially if you're not running the Triumph of St. Catherine.
Yeah.
That can make a significant difference. Now we are going to do some fairly inconsequential bolter fire, but we're going to shoot it anyway. So. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 ladies.
Yep. Oof.
Let's do that again to wound.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right.
Not
we
quite.
Did not. Yeah. So 2, no minus.
We're good.
It was a good try. We'll go ahead and fire the plasma pistol as well. Let me get to them. There we go. Easier from here. There we go. So actually, it is the Condemner Bolt gun. So one shot. It is rapid fire 1 though, and we are in range.
Dev wounds,
so both
anti-psyker. Okay.
Both hit, and then really looking for 6s here so we can try to do some serious damage here, but we don't. And you are T5, so no wounds. And then I think that is it from that unit. I think everything else is shot.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, that was not as good as I was hoping it would be. Not even close.
I mean, I did pop 2 significant toughness enhancing strats over there.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. So we are going to go into some charges.
I figured.
Vol's unit is going to go ahead and charge into the knights here.
Sounds good.
An 8 should make it. Because we're just going to be right here on the other side of this wall.
Yep.
So we'll go right up here. And we're going to conga line just like you did. So we can all be within 1 inch and still doing some stuff and some things.
Sure.
Okay. And then we will. We're also going to send this unit in.
Nice.
Since you don't have enough CP to interrupt, just kind of some extra damage, hopefully, in case we need it. So 8 will get there.
Yep.
Most important one's going to be Palatine, just because she's got some things that she can do that are pretty tough.
Okay.
And we'll hope for the best with the rest. Okay.
This is why we bring Deathwing Knights places. So let's see what happens.
Yeah. And then we're actually going to charge through the wall with the Sacrosancts into your Terminator squad.
Sounds good.
Not that they're going to do a whole lot, but
it prevents me from doing the exact opposite.
That's correct. Yes. And the 6 does make it, so we will go through the wall here. Not everyone's going to make it in. I would say definitely this back model is not going to make it. But I think these other ones can get close enough with the 3-inch pile-in. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then I'll just start on them first.
Sure.
But yeah, definitely, I think all but the last 2 will be able to, or the last 3 rather, will be able to make it. Sure. With the pile-ins, etc. Oh, I didn't even get my other unit of Retributors out. I thought I was short on shots, but that's okay. I think we're okay without them. Okay, so let's go ahead and start over here with the Sacrosancts, and let's see what they can do into your Terminators.
Sounds good.
They all have halberds.
Yep.
So
before you get going, what's the AP on this?
2.
2 AP, impressive. And then what about Morven Vol and her unit? I have 1 CP for Armor Contempt, or the other one I used a moment ago.
So Morven Vol, their maces. Are you asking about Vol herself? Or are you asking
about unit in general. So Vol and the unit.
Okay. So if you're talking about the Paragon Warsuits, their maces are AP 1.
Okay.
But they are flat 3.
Okay.
On their damage. And then Vol is a little bit better. And the Lance of Illumination is -2 on the big attacks. That are flat 3 with dev wounds.
Okay.
And strength 9 on the maces, strength 8 on Morven Vols.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. I'm not going to spend any CP over there, so go ahead and roll your halberds as you were.
Okay, great. So I will have 7 of them that got in range.
All right.
So with the Sacrosancts. So here are the first set of attacks with the halberds. They have 2 attacks each, so they will hit on 3s. And then they're strength 5 against T5.
Yep.
Wounding you on 4s. That is 3 wounds, it looks like.
All right. And then that'll be on my 4-up invul. Fail them all somehow.
All right.
So that will kill my Plasma Cannon, my Deathwing Terminator squad. And then that will put 2 wounds onto my captain, putting him on 4. If you want to just leave that dice over there.
Great. Yep. He's got 4 remaining.
You know what? I think I've been stealing
And
your
then-
dice because you're bleeding them.
Here are my Spear of the Faithful from the squad leader. No rerolls, and then this will be on a 4.
Nice.
That's 1 at -2, and this is flat 2.
Pass.
Good. Then we'll go ahead and jump over to this combat.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go ahead and swing with Vol's unit first.
Yeah.
It just seems logical.
Yep.
Vol will do the Lance of Illumination first.
So this is where I'll go ahead and armor contempt.
You got it. Makes sense to me. These are the Lance of Illumination attacks. So hitting on 2s. These are the big attacks, not the littles. And then we're going to go strength 8. So I'm going to wound you on 3s.
Okay.
6s will be death wounds.
Yep. Oh, thank goodness for no 6s.
Rerolling everything. So that is 5 at -2 goes to -1, so 3s.
Yep. So 5 on 3s. Oof, that's brutal. So that'll be...
That's 3 each.
Yeah. Well, it's down to 2, so that'll kill the
Yep.
one guy here,
Yep.
and then it'll kill one more guy, and I'll go ahead and take this guy on the outside wall.
Outstanding. All right, and then let's go now with the rest of the squad, which is the actual Paragon Warsuits themselves. So we're going to have, I believe it is 3 attacks per base. 1, 2, 3. These are going to hit on only 4s.
Okay.
But because Vol's in there, I reroll everything.
Yep.
A few rerolls.
Nice. Good rerolls.
Oh, these are actually strength 12. I thought they were 9 for some reason.
Huh. That puts
Does
you on
that change,
2s.
does that change anything you want to do here?
Nah.
Okay. So wounding on 2s with rerolls. 1 necessary. No devastating or anything here. So looks like
8.
8.
At AP nothing, thanks to armor
Thanks
contempt.
to armor contempt. Oh.
Oh, that is brutal.
So these are 3 each. So that's 1 dead, 2 dead.
Yep. That will leave, I believe, 1 Deathwing Knight and the Chaplain
And
left.
the chaplain. Yep. And then now I'm going to go ahead and swing with my Battle Sister squad. We are going to do some cool stuff here.
Yep.
With Palatine squad.
Yep.
So we are going to discard a miracle dice.
Yep.
Using her Rapturous Blows.
Mm-hmm.
So each time you need to select a Defied, I can discard 1 miracle dice. If I do until the end of the phase, each time a melee attack made by this model scores a wound, you also suffer a mortal in addition.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Additionally, we are going to spend 1 CP for +1 to wound.
Okay.
Okay. So then let's go ahead and make some attacks here. She does have the Blade of St. Eleanor.
And it's only the Palatine's attacks that get the mortal wounds, right?
Correct. Yes. Yeah. It's only the
Yeah.
bearer of the. Yeah. All right. So I am not below starting strength, so I don't add any bonus attacks, unfortunately, because I haven't lost anything yet. So it's just her 4 base attacks. They will hit on 2s.
Okay.
They do have lethal hits.
All right.
So 1 lethal hit,
Yep.
and then 3 hits. So that one will wound already.
Yep.
And then it is strength 4. So I would normally wound you on 5s.
Down to 4s.
But down to 4s. And I do want to go ahead and spend another miracle dice for an additional successful wound.
All right.
And then we will roll to wound on 4s.
Nice.
So that is 5 total wounds
Okay.
into the squad there.
5 total. You've only got 4 here.
Or 4, sorry.
Okay,
4 total wounds. So you will have 4 mortals in addition.
So I have a 4-up field no pain against mortal wounds.
Absolutely.
Specifically. Yeah.
Yep. So you will have 4 mortal wounds in addition to this that you'll have to save. But for right now, it's -2.
Down to -1 for armor contempt. So on 3s. Wow. Goodness, the save rolls are pretty miserable.
3 with your -1
-1.
damage. So it will kill the...
Actually, he should still be at 1. 4 wounds.
4 wounds base. Okay. Yep.
So I just need to roll 4 4-ups. I don't. So that will put...
Kills him and then 2 onto the character?
Onto the Yes, the Terminator Chaplain.
There's that.
Thank you.
Yep. Oh, and I did need to pile in before making those swings just to make sure I could actually get everyone in, which I think I can, but let's just make sure.
Sure.
Yeah, we were good. Okay.
Okay.
Actually, one will be out. One will be out, which is inconsequential.
So then we'll go to my very...
I still have the rest of my unit. Yeah,
of course.
Sorry. So we do have Dialogus here. Dialogus is going to... Oh, and I did... at the end of the phase, I will have another Miracle Dice roll because I'm killing a unit.
Okay.
Or no, I'm sorry. That is not with them. That's with a different unit. My apologies. All right. Dialogus will go ahead and swing its staff. Fairly inconsequential stuff from this point forward.
Okay.
But if you keep rolling ones like you have...
Yeah, I mean...
Who knows what's possible. Okay, and then these will need 5s. +1, so 4s. So 1, no minus.
Good.
Yep. And then the rest of the...
And actually, the minus... Oh, the AP is... Yeah, I still have AP, but I no longer have reducing damage.
Oh, gotcha. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then I'll have my 2 power weapon attacks from the squad leader.
Okay.
So I'll go ahead and do those now. Those are the ones that are a little less inconsequential. So then I will need 5s and 6s. That is 1 at -2.
Okay. So on a 3-up, and I'm good.
Yep. And then this is just the Battle Sisters. They need 4s. Those are all lethals. And that is 5 saves, no minus.
Okay. 5 on 2s. Fail 1. So he's down to 2 wounds remaining. Do we have a dice on him over there?
Oh, we do not.
Okay.
Not yet.
Yeah, let's go ahead and just throw one over there.
Yep, absolutely. Okay. So that is all of my attacks here.
Mm-hmm. What's the toughness on the Paragon Warsuits?
6.
6. Okay.
Yes. And currently, the character that you have left could only swing into the Battle Sisters.
Okay.
Because it's over here away from the Paragons.
Okay. So then I'll just go for him into the Battle Sisters real quick.
You've got it.
That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and T3 on them.
T3, yes.
And then because are they touching this objective at all?
They are not.
All right. Then I don't.
The Paragons are, but the
I don't get my Vowed enhancement here. So that is just 2 at AP1 for 2 damage. Actually, I'm sorry. I get +1 wound, so that's 4.
Okay. And -1, you said?
At -1, yes.
Okay, so 4 ups on the sisters. 2 of the girls fall down.
Okay.
I will take the 2 that are over there closest to the wall.
All right. Well, that's a lot of Terminators you removed off the board. Frankly, I wasn't expecting the Knights to crumple like that.
Yeah, this could have and would have been even worse had I had the Triumph, like we keep talking about, just because the Dialogus will turn any Miracle Dice used to 6s, so everything's lethal, everything hits and wounds.
The biggest thing was I just rolled so many bad saves against the more of
that was a lot of 1s and 2s.
Now, I do have the Captain over there, thankfully, still, and he has his relic weapon.
Yes.
So he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
You got it. Going back into the Sacrosanct?
Yes, into the Sacrosanct. So that's going to be on 2s and then 3s.
You got it.
That is 5 hits.
Yep. T3, so.
This is only strength 5, unfortunately, so that's 3 at AP2.
Okay. They do have a 4-up invulnerable save.
Okay.
They've got their shields.
Yeah.
So 1 lady falls down. I will pluck this one. One of the halberds.
All right. Now, as far as what's behind, do you have any Sacrosancts behind the wall over there? Or are they all one's out?
Yeah, there's one behind the wall.
Okay.
But that's it.
All right.
Just the one.
So now I think that ends it. That's a lot of Terminators off the board, unfortunately. But we still have some characters floating around, and who knows what they'll do.
Well, yeah, anything's possible when you're going against toughness 3.
Yep.
3-up models.
Yeah.
So, that's the one downside, which is a pretty big downside in my experience to playing sisters, is that they are pretty squishy.
Makes sense.
Yeah. They do not have the big booties, so to speak. So, all right. I think we can total it up. I do believe I got Overwhelming Force and Storm Hostile.
Yep.
Because you controlled this and I killed a unit off of it.
Yep.
In addition to
killing a unit on an objective.
Yeah.
So yeah,
it was kind of fortuitous to keep the one and draw the other.
Yeah.
Just do this one thing over here.
Yeah.
And you were nice enough to roll a bunch of ones and 2s.
Bunch of ones. So
yep.
Okay.
So it should be 5 VP on Storm Hostile, and then I think it is 3 VP for Overwhelming Force. So 8 total there, and scores both of those, and no CP to gain or anything.
Okay.
And I think that is it. Oh, I did have the additional miracle to gain at the end of the combat phase. 2.
All right.
Okay. So I have 1 miracle dice going into your turn. I'll gain 1 at the top of your turn. But then that's kind of it from there.
Okay. So now we will go to, I guess, the start of my turn.
Bottom of 2? Yep.
Bottom of 2.
We'll each gain a CP.
I will gain 2 for Azrael being on the table.
Yep. So no need to roll for your home.
Nope.
Because it's already a thing.
Then I will flip over no prisoners, kill units,
Okay.
and secure no man's land. Hold 2.
You can absolutely do both of those.
Yeah,
things.
I would say so.
Yep. And then here's my miracle dice.
Yep.
For the start of your turn. A 4. Great.
All right, and then I need to pick my oath and vowed. I think you can guess where the vowed objective is staying.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
Oath a moment. Let's go ahead and keep it on. We'll go ahead and keep it on Morven Val's unit. I think that's a good place for it.
Okay.
Now we have 2 battle shock tests. One on my Terminator Captain. He will fail.
Very battle shocked.
And then the Terminator Chaplain will pass.
Very not.
Yes.
Talk about a tale of 2 dice rolls.
Exactly.
that was one end of the spectrum to the other end of the spectrum.
Exactly. All right, so now we will go to my a movement, I suppose. I don't think I have anything else in my...
Oh, we got to score your turn, too.
I do have 2 objectives for my
10.
turn. For 10.
Yep. Great.
All right, even though it felt like I lost a lot of models that are tanky, but the score's not so bad.
No,
So,
absolutely not. Yeah.
Here's what we're going to do.
And it's not like I have a whole lot more devastating things coming in. So.
Yeah, it'll really depend on how much I can manage to lift off the table in this one.
Absolutely.
So let's start with some movement. Does this guy, if you mind sliding over, but I want to see where he can move to.
Get top down.
Okay, he can very easily fall back, and so with no negatives to his fallback. But does he need to? Honestly, at this point, I've got the sisters tied down. Although those mortal wounds are just playing with fire there. So he will go ahead and just do a normal fallback. Nothing fancy, no specials or keywords to give him. And then the Terminator Captain is also going to attempt to fall back. And this is pretty risky, so we'll see what happens. He does not Desperate Escape.
Okay, great.
It was close, though. If he would have had to move through it, it would have been a Desperate Escape.
Oh, because he failed his battle shot.
Yes, because he failed battle shot.
That's right.
So, is your Sacrosanct over here? No. Can I get 5 inches around? Not easily enough. So I think I'm just going to slide over there.
And toe. Yep.
And toe onto your home objective. And we'll see if we can just remove some Sacrosancts from it. All right, and now on to our more normal movement.
Yeah, I do have 5 on there for OC. Just FYI.
Well, is it only the Sacrosancts back there?
Yeah, they're 1 each. So I have 1 on this side, and then I have 1,
Oh,
2,
I'm not
3.
worried about that. It's not because I'm going to steal it from you. It's just that I'm going to murder them off of it.
Yeah,
hopefully.
Yeah.
They are perfect targets for that big old chunk of Terminator Stormbolters.
100%.
So, the Oath a Moment can stay on Morven Valve. We're good there. I already did that. So now we're just going to do our standard movement. Terminator Librarian's going to just slide up a little bit. Same here. These guys are just going to slide out. And if they can't make this charge, I should probably just pack up and go home.
Yeah. It might be time.
All right. And then we have our big squad of regular Deathwing Terminators here. Going to go ahead and just move them there 5 inches. Actually, you know what? Before I do that, would you mind rolling me an advance for Azrael?
Absolutely. 6. There you go.
Yes, that's what I needed.
Great big numbers there.
Yep. All right, so Azrael and his boys get a nice 12-inch move.
Okay. Excuse me.
So when Azrael advances, he himself doesn't have the assault keyword, but all of the Hellblasters do.
Right. Yep.
So I'm going to stay just.
But he doesn't need it because he's not shooting anything but inconsequential shots anyway, right?
Actually, his gun is pretty decent.
Oh, is it? Okay.
It's an upgraded combi weapon. So it's like AP3, damage 2, 2 shots with rapid fire 1, and sustained hits.
Okay, not bad.
And it has dev wounds, so...
Oh, yes.
Dev wounds, anti-infantry. So it's actually a really solid weapon in general. All right, so from here, would you say that all my Hellblasters can see the end of the Paragon Warsuits?
From...
All the Hellblasters there can see.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I don't
Perfect.
like it, but yes.
All right. And then we're also going to move these Terminators just a standard 5.
Absolutely. And once you finish movement, I probably will Overwatch into your knights here with the...
Sure.
But we can finish your moves up first.
Okay.
I don't think it's going to change anything that we do otherwise.
All of that moved, and then any other actions to take? Just 1 second. Let me
take your time.
checking the backfield here. There is a tiny pocket back there.
Probably not big enough for 540 mils.
It's not 40 mils. It's the 32s on the assault intercessors with
32s,
jump
okay.
packs.
They just looked a little bit bigger.
Nope, not quite big enough.
Yeah, not quite big enough. Okay. Lucky me.
We'll see. All right, I will go ahead and bring them in from Deep Strike back down here.
Okay.
But they're not going to do anything special. Just drop and make sure I don't lose that objective for this turn.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, and then I think with that is the end of my movement. So do we want to resolve the...
Yeah, we'll go ahead and do the
Overwatch.
Overwatch. Yep. So 6 multi-melter shots, 2 each from the Paragon Warsuits.
Sure.
So 6s, but I do have rerolls from Vol. 2 so far.
Mm-hmm.
Not mad about that. So 3. And then these will need 3s.
Yep.
To wound. Rerolling because of Morven Vol. So that is 3 wounds, -4.
All right. So that'll be on my 4-up invul. Failed the first 2, unfortunately. Pass 1.
Okay. So first one will be D6 plus 2.
We really should have rolled those separately because the Melta, I think, changes here, doesn't it? Oh, no. 9 inches means that one's good. That one's good. This one.
Is that one close enough?
Yeah, so the 3 Paragons are definitely in, but Morven Vol's out. So
Yeah, and she doesn't have melt anyway.
Okay.
So first one is 7, so it does kill a guy.
Yep.
And then the next one, I think I need to do 5 to you, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So 2 plus 2 doesn't get there.
Nope.
I think I'm going to chance rolling a 3+, and maybe I'll spend a CP. I will spend 1 CP here
Okay.
to reroll the damage, and there's another.
Get another one.
Okay.
That is brutal.
I think it was worth trying to, maybe keep my Paragons alive. You still have a lot of shots and things going at them, but
Yeah.
just to try to keep them alive. And then from Morven Vol, we will have her Fidelis shots first. Nothing. Rerolling. 1/6. Yeah, there we go. And then that's sustained as well.
Yep.
And then these are strength 6, so I'll need 3s. So that is 2 at -1.
Okay.
So 3 ups.
Fail 1. Damage.
2 damage.
Down
so
to
1. And then this will be from her missile launcher. It's only 2 shots. There's 1 so far. Rerolling.
When everything gets to reroll, it's everything seems to get through.
3s. So that's 1 at -2. So 4 up.
Fails.
D6. So need a... Yep, so it will kill the other knight, even with the -1.
That was some hot rolling.
That was very good. Yes.
Okay.
That was a CP well spent. I normally don't get those kind of Overwatches, but
that's what everybody says whenever they get me on those kind of Overwatches. Oh, it's never that
it never
good,
happens.
I swear.
Yeah, never. You're like, yeah, you saved it just for me.
Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah. Jeez. Okay.
I will say that is maybe the single biggest change I'm hoping for in this data slate.
Okay.
Overwatch on movement.
Okay.
I'm just not able to overwatch the movement phase. It changes it so
Only
dramatically.
on the charge?
On the charge, yeah.
I don't know that that's coming.
I don't either, but
But-
it like that's my number 1 wish list.
Yeah.
Just because
It definitely changes the dynamics of the game.
Yeah.
I think, especially with certain units, certain armies. If you're able to Overwatch with certain things, it's
or even
can be
tone it back.
devastating.
The other thing is like if you couldn't maybe redo your rerolls,
Right,
rerolls,
no
or
rerolls. You
no
only ever hit on
substituting.
sixes.
Yeah. Just something to tone it back, because like right there, I just lost what should have been 15 functional damage at Deathwing Knights for 1 CP. So it's really, it's a brutal mechanic that is so tough to manage sometimes. All right.
Yeah.
So going into...
Well, 2, I did have to reroll
1. You're correct. So going into my shooting phase,
absolutely,
we're going to go ahead and do the Librarian and Terminator armor into the Preacher.
You got it.
So D6 shots, and the Preacher's only on 1, so I don't think
on 1.
I'm going to overcharge here.
You probably should not.
But I want to double check, just make sure I'm not going to get
it does have the 4-up invul, but again, you're not...
Yeah.
I think just volume of fire is gonna get that.
Does it happen to fall within 12? It is close.
Oh yeah. 100%.
So the Combi Bolter is going to get Rapid Fire 2. So that's 1 hit, and then a sustain hit, because he actually does give sustain hits, which I forgot about.
Great.
And that's 2, and none of them are
strength 6.
No, strength 4. Yeah, so that's actually only 1.
Okay. And what's the minus?
Nothing. Just
okay. So 3 up. Good.
Okay. And then his smite is, I'm actually going to stick with this one, so it's on a D6 shots for 4 shots.
Good again.
Hitting on 3s. 2 sustain.
Oh, excellent.
And then strength 5, so wounding on 3, so that's 1 for you.
Okay.
At AP 1.
Okay. Good. 4-up invul.
Yeah, maybe should have overcharged it. We'll live and learn. I'm sure we can throw some nonsense into the Preacher. Although this one isn't doing anything. I think I'd just farm you a CP. Or not a CP, farm you some miracle dice. Then we'll go to the rest of the shooting from the Hellblasters. So we're going to go ahead and put all the Hellblasters into the Paragon Warsuits. And they have sustain hits, lethal hits, and +1 to wound. And Oath.
Okay.
So, going to overcharge all of these Hellblasters. Now, 2 have died up to this point already, so we're going to go ahead and do 2 times 8, 16. So, hitting on 3s.
Whew.
With rerolls and sustain and lethal.
Good.
Yeah.
That's gracious.
So, 6s, we have 6 6s that are lethal. Then I'm going to reroll these 2 for the misses.
Another one.
1. And then that's going to pick up
Add
7.
Yeah.
Back into the box. It's strength 8, so 3s to wound, but since you're on my Vowed objective and the Hellblasters gain the Deathwing keyword from the detachment, that means I am +1 to wound you on 2s.
Ouch.
So we will get you for...
That many?
I believe that was actually a 2, and I picked it up mistakenly.
Okay, and then we have those
7
to add back.
So 7, 5... Yes. We can just roll it and we can calculate that.
I think it was 21 or 22 with those 7.
At AP 3.
AP 3?
Yep, for the overcharge.
And what's the damage on these?
The damage is 2.
2 each?
Yep.
Okay. So I will roll them. I have 3 left there, so I will roll them 2 at a time.
Okay.
4 ups. Good. This is on the wounded one first. So it takes 2. It's down to 1.
Yep.
And then 1 at a time.
Yep.
Oh, in the tray, please. Oh, it's dead. Okay.
Now, do they have a chance of exploding?
And now 2 at a time. I believe they do. That one is dead.
Mm-hmm.
Third one is down to 2. Good. Good.
Dead.
Dead. All right, so all the warsuits are dead. And then these are going into Morven Vol. Unfortunately. And I believe it's the same save here. So these are 4-up invols. I'm going to roll these slow.
Okay.
Just to see if I want to use a miracle. Okay, taken 2 so far. Taken 6 so far.
Putting her at what remaining?
2 wounds left.
Okay.
So I'll do that one. Nope, fail. And then there's no need to roll anymore. Okay. So Vol's unit is completely dead.
And do they have Deadly Demise before we pick them up and lose that 6-inch?
I believe they do. Abilities. So Deadly Demise 1.
I would imagine it's Deadly
From
Demise
Vol.
1 for all of them.
I believe it is. We can double check just to make sure the Warsuits do the same. Warsuits. Abilities. They do not have Deadly Demise.
Oh, wow.
It's just Vol. So from Vol, it's going to hit all of these.
Mm-hmm.
So into the...
I think you make the explosion check first.
Tank. Oh, yeah. See if she blows. She doesn't. There we go.
Okay.
Much to do about nothing.
Then we will go to the Hellblasters. Since they all overcharged, I have to make 8 hazardous checks. And 2 will fail. So on a 3-up, they then get to shoot again at anything they want. And both will get to shoot again. So I'm going to go ahead and put one of them into the Preacher and the other one into the Sacrosancts.
You got it.
So the Preacher, 2 hits.
Mm-hmm.
That is 2 wounds at AP 3.
4 up imballs. Make them both.
Goodness gracious. All right, and then the 2 into the Sacrosancts. 1 hit.
T3.
1 wound.
4 up imball. Good.
All right, you're making those 4-ups better. Well,
I'll take luck over skill.
Yeah.
Every single day of the week.
All right, and then I will pick 2 more Hellblasters off the table. Don't want to snag my sergeant there. Then we will go to my...
You killed as many as I have.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely. So now we'll go to the Deathwing Terminator squad.
You got it.
And they're just going to put all their shots into the Sacrosancts right there. So
you got it.
I have 2 plasma cannons, and then I've got 8 Stormbolters. No, 9 Stormbolters, including the chaplains.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right, so just 1 second. Let me go double check the plasma cannon.
And we're looking up what it hits on or strength?
Both.
Both.
I'm pretty unfamiliar with this one.
Gotcha.
So
is that a new thing in the book?
It's not.
Cannons?
Deathwing are actually the only Terminators who get to take the plasma cannon. It's unique to them. I just personally never ran them with it. I ran them as command squads and other things.
So, but something new that you definitely want to run now.
Yeah, it's between that or the Cyclone missile launchers. I thought I'd test it out. So,
okay, fair.
I'm gonna go ahead and T4 on them or T3.
T3.
And 1 wound apiece at
1 wound apiece, 3 up armor, 4 up invul with the shields.
Okay, perfect. So I'm not going to overcharge.
Yeah.
So it's 2d3 with blast.
Okay.
And I believe I'm only getting 1 for blast because I think I killed 1 Sacrosanct. Yeah.
Yes.
So
so
it's 2d3 plus 2. All right. So that is 2, 3,
5,
7.
7. Yep.
And then these are going to hit on 3s and then wound on 2s.
Okay.
So drop 3.
We appreciate it.
Yeah. Classic Terminators.
Yep.
Shooting the same skill as Battle Sisters. So that's 4 for you.
So 4, and these are
AP2,
minus, right?
so on your invul.
Yeah. So either way, it's a 4. I only make 1 of those.
Yeah.
That's on. So I will pull 3 that are not on the objective.
Okay. And then the rest is going to be the Stormbolters. And before you move them, let's get a count of who all is within 12 inches for that rapid fire on my Stormbolters.
You got it. You would have had at least that front 2.
Yeah, the front 2
just because you check at the start.
Yeah.
So at the beginning, you would have had all
the front
5 of those, if you will.
Yeah. So of my 9 Stormbolters, 5 are doubled.
Okay.
So it is 20 plus 2 times 4 is 28.
Okay.
So 5, 10, 15, 20. There's my 25, and then 3 more if you would, sir.
There you go. 28.
And then...
and these are hitting on 3s or 2s?
3s and 3s.
Jeez, why are they not 2s?
That's a great question. With no rerolls of any kind here, unfortunately.
You did pretty good, though.
Yeah?
That was not bad.
No. And then 3s again. And then with no AP, since this is Stormbolters.
Okay.
And why would have Stormbolter have this, not have the same AP as your standard lasgun?
Because logic.
Because rules.
Yeah.
All right. And so
You need 3s.
I do.
All right. So a fair amount.
Yeah.
Did drop some, but a fair amount still. Okay. And then I am on 3s with no AP.
Yep.
I lose 4.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So that's 5 of the 10 down. Let's see. Oh no, it's more than that. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is 8 of the 10 down.
Okay. And then I guess we will just go to my charges, because I think everything else is more or less finished shooting.
We are bracing for impact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Okay.
All right. So the Terminator Chaplain and Captain are not eligible to charge.
Right.
So
Fell
we're
back.
Yep.
Fail and fell back.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So we're going to take these Deathwing Knights into the Battle Sisters here.
Okay. That is a pretty good charge distance. That is an 11 on the dice, I think.
Okay.
Yep.
So that's not going to do
That's
it.
not going to do it.
It was so close.
It tried, though. It really did try. Do you want to spin a CP? You have to?
Yeah, I'm. Just an
You may
11
as
on
well.
the dice.
I think at this point.
It's
better than them just getting shot more, I think.
Yeah, I don't know if they're going to survive more. Although Morven Vol was really what was taking that over
the problem. Yeah.
That.
Definitely was the problem.
You know what? I'm going to hold off. I'd rather have those 10 over there get in.
Make it in.
Yeah.
Good call.
It's more problem with sequencing. They should have charged first. Uh-oh. Looks like we
Just grab
fired one off.
So
So the
floor dice. It's gone forever. Hey, I found it.
we're going to go for those guys. We're going to charge into, let's say, the Rhino and
It's the immolator.
the Immolator, yes. And you know, with a 6-inch pylon, I can tag anything I want as long as I make it to the
Just
Immolator.
about. Yep.
A 5. I don't know if that'll make it or not.
I think, switch top down, I think you will make it with this guy right here. Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
Okay, so if he makes it on a 5, everybody else, and then a 6-inch, I pretty reasonably can tag both these guys and the Sacrosancts.
Yeah, it would just be a matter of the good news is you rolled lower.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, you would have that potential because anybody that's in base, if you don't kill the vehicle, will have to...
Well, I can tag them in the pylon, too, if they're the closest eligible model.
Right, but you'd have to go base to base with the vehicle first.
Yes.
Yeah. So, assuming you can wrap that vehicle up
Mm-hmm.
and then go into other things, yes, absolutely.
I wasn't sure about this 6-inch pylon enhancement, but for only 15 points on a big block of 40 mils like this, I actually think it's probably pretty valuable.
I will say that the things that I have experienced that have that type of additional movement so far, I've been impressed with.
Yeah.
I do think that 10th edition for sure is a game of movement and, being at different places of the board when you need to. That's just my experience, and that's with playing a lot of Hypercrypt Necrons, including going, 4-1-1 at LVO with them.
Yeah.
And not losing my first game until I was in round 6.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Well, I think that'll be my only charge. Azrael and the boys can't charge.
Yeah, because they advanced.
Everything
They
else
can advance
is-
to shoot, they just can't advance to charge. And hey, my one girl against the world is still
Mhm.
holding strong up there in the middle.
Although
I do at the end of the shooting phase need to gain a miracle dice for losing. Actually, it's 2, 1 for Vol,
Yep.
and 1 for the suits. So the suits is a 5.
Yep.
And then the Morven Vol is a 4.
Okay.
5 and a 4. So I have 2 4s, a 5, and a 2 in my miracle dice pool.
All right, and then we're going to swing my Terminators around to get the full advantage of my 6-inch move.
Absolutely. Going ahead and
6-inch
doing
pylon.
the pylon.
Yep.
Yep.
Oops, sorry.
Oh, you're good.
And then we're actually going to pull from the rear a little bit here. to work on the base to base. So this Deathwing Strike Master will move like that. And now because the Terminator Chaplain is outside the range.
Well, you'll still have to get into the vehicle in the back corner. Here.
Yeah. Which this one can do.
There you go. Now the other one can go over and maintain.
And so he will tag your Meltas here.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
then as long as this guy can finish in coherency and also within 1 inch. 1 inch there.
Cool. Tag him.
And coherency can put me right there. And right there.
Okay. Sounds great.
So it ties up the Sacrosancts.
And does this model have, because you're over the minimum, 2 models within 2?
That was the intent.
There and there? Okay,
yeah.
Great. Perfect.
Yeah, it should be within
That's
one
your
of
magic
them.
triangle.
Okay. So we'll go ahead and start off with the combat. Now, like I said earlier, because the models are brand new and I have to do a bunch of remodeling for their weaponry, we're just going to say the ones with the plasma cannons also have chain fists.
Okay.
And then we'll work on that. We'll work that out next week. So,
yeah, no worries.
Starting off with the Terminator Chaplain into the Sacrosancts.
Okay.
5 attacks hitting on 2s. And then
you can only fight what you charge, though, correct?
you can fight anything, I believe.
Oh, okay.
That you're in engagement range after the pylon.
Okay, great.
So 4 attacks.
I've played so many editions now; they all blend together.
And then wound on 2. So naturally, I roll 2 1s for you. That's
all
2 at AP 1 for 2 damage apiece.
Okay, 4 ups.
Of course.
So they're still there.
All right, and then we will go to my the rest of my guys into the Immolator. Yes, because the only one who can tag the unit in the back has a Chain Fist, which I want in the Immolator. So start off with the Chain Fist. 2 attacks on 3s, and these have anti-vehicle 3.
Okay.
Naturally, I'm going to miss 3 of those.
Okay. Yep. 50% on 3s. That's
Classic.
40k math. Yeah.
And then we'll do 3s to wound. So that's 2 for you at AP 2, damage 2.
Okay. 5 ups. All right. Take 4.
And then once that's done, I'm going to go ahead and put all the rest of the unit and their power fists into it, which means it's 8 power fists at 3 attacks apiece for 24.
Okay. It's down to 7 right now.
10, 15. Here we go.
So
all
24?
but 1. Yep, 24. And then these will hit on 3s. And then at strength 8, they should wound on 5s, but +1 from the Terminator puts them on 4s. So 3s and 4s.
I'll help you with this part.
I appreciate it.
Okay. And then 4s.
Yep.
Oof, my goof.
That's actually not as bad as it looks like. I think it was only 4.
Yeah.
So you need to fail all the saves.
Okay. Well, let's not do that. What was the minus?
2.
Okay. I do fail all, and it's 2 damage each?
2 damage apiece.
Okay. Probably should have slow rolled those. I'd like to be there, so I will CP 1. And then I'm going to go ahead and burn a 5.
Yep.
From my Miracle Dice pool to keep it alive.
Okay.
So it will be down to 1 wound.
All right. And then
that was a total of 6 damage, correct?
Yep.
All right, perfect. Yep.
And then we will go ahead and do our consolidation, which once again, that's another 6 inches of movement. So consolidation must be towards the nearest eligible enemy model. And then everybody else essentially is base to base. So just short up that little triangle over there into the Sacrosancts.
Okay. So I will go ahead and get some fight backs over there.
Yep.
So I'm going to have my spear go first. 3 attacks. Hitting on 3s. Nothing. And then we're going to do our halberds. It's 2 attacks. I believe that's all I have is 1 halberd. Yeah, 1 halberd. Okay. Needing 4s. That's a hit. Needing a 4. That's not a wound. So nothing there. And then let's do the great big immolator attacks. You know what's going to happen here, right?
It's gonna kill like 4 of them based on my previous luck.
No. I only have 3 attacks.
Okay.
So.
Somehow.
And that's 2 hits though.
Yeah.
And then 3s to wound. Oh Oh,
watch
you roll
out.
that one. You roll that one.
I'm okay
all
this time, thankfully.
All right. So that is it for my clapbacks.
Okay.
Yeah, we are where we are. So bottom of the turn, you've got secure no man's land for 2.
Yep, and I did get no prisoners for 2. Morvenn Vahl.
Yep,
and
Morvenn
her.
Vahl and her suits,
So
the Paragon War suits.
Yeah, so that means no prisoners will give me 4. Secure no man's land for 5.
Yep. Cool. All right. And then that should put you to what, 37?
I believe.
Or 35.
35.
And then I am at 33 going into the top of 3.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't lose any other units to gain any more miracle dice. So that should all be good there. Okay. And what do you still have in reserve?
I have nothing in reserve.
Okay, so everything's on the board now.
Mm-hmm.
Makes me feel a little bit better that I can see everything.
Yeah.
So let us go ahead and start of. I don't have anything end of turn, but start of the turn. Let's go ahead and gain a miracle dice.
All right.
A 1. Add that to our pool here. So I've got a 1, a 2, and 2 4s. And then I will have. I don't hold this one. I don't hold that one. But I do still hold. Actually, Battle Shock.
Battle Shock, yeah.
They do fail, so I don't hold any for primary. I thought about auto passing, but
it's always such a tough decision to make, especially.
It is. I think being that it's only 5 points, I think it was worth just letting it slide on this one, and then we'll see what I get for second.
I think your immolator also needs to make a battle shot.
For sure. Inconsequential. I think it does pass. It is a 7. Yeah.
Okay.
So the 7 does pass. So I have engage and no prisoners. Okay. All right. So we'll go ahead and start some movement, and then we'll go from there. She is on the battlefield and below starting strength, so I will add back a Gemini Superior.
Sounds good.
In the command phase for Celestine. And then we will start doing some movement.
All right.
All right. Let's see here. So engage and no prisoners. Okay. So I do have some things in reserve that can help me score engage pretty easily, which is outstanding. We are going to get Celestine re-involved and re-engaged, I believe. So her unit is going to...
Now, I know Celestine was down to 1 wound. She hasn't healed that wound back, right?
She
just
has
returned her
not.
Gemini Superior.
That's correct. Yep. She just keeps our 2 little special bodyguards alive and well and hanging out. And then we are going to have this squad come through and stand on the objective, I believe. Just to make this a little bit more streamlined. Let me turn her wings out of the way. We'll just kind of all jump over here. I want to make sure my Melta and my Multi-Melta can see both squads here.
So I am going to go ahead and Overwatch Celestine with my remaining Hellblasters when they move out.
You got it.
So I'll let you do your movement. We'll resolve that at the end.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see. I think we do want to get where we can see the Hellblasters with this, as well as this. Rhino's going to tow onto the objective here. We are going to give ourselves some options by doing this. And then, actually, we're going to do it this way. And then we're going to do... your Terminators back here are not -1, correct?
No, they're not.
Great. So we are going to fall back with these sisters, or these Retributors. And we actually do want to stay on. No, we do want to fall back through. Don't think she can get to the other side. She cannot. Which is fine. Oh, that's the one there. This is going to sling it into, yeah, we'll sling it into reverse. Do that. And then we are, actually, this probably wants to come forward. So
the immolator was not battle shocked. The
sacrosanct were battle shocked. The immolator was not battle shocked, so I didn't have to roll a desperate escape there. The sacrosancts will have to roll a desperate escape.
Yes.
Will you roll a couple of dice for me?
You pass them both.
Sweet. So they will fall back out of combat there, and then I'm going to bring in some reservists. We are going to bring in two Death Cult Assassins over here, outside of 9, and 6 inches on, right to there.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to bring in 2 Crusaders over in that corner.
Makes sense.
Just to try to have at least one thing in every corner. So 6 inches to there. And then we are going to go with a 9 Battle Sister Squad over here in your backfield. I think we want to be on this side. This is the flank that's a little bit closer to folding. So outside of 9, right to here. And we will make sure to have our Melta and our multi-Melta right up front, conveniently, where we can make some stuff and some things happen. Okay. At least we hope.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just the token there. Okay, and then the only other thing I need to bring down is my 5 Seraphim. And we're going to bring these in on this other side. Outside of 9, but inside of 12, with both of our hand flamers. So we can try to flame on into that unit. Like so.
Yeah. I think next iteration of this list, keeping in mind I had no idea how this was going to perform.
Oh, of course.
Instead of the 5-man of assault intercessors, even though they're pretty decent on their own, I think some infiltrators would work much better to screen out the back end.
I did forget.
Mm-hmm.
I need to get my retributors out.
No worries there.
They would like to do some things. So the only question here is I think it's probably more important for me to try to soften up this unit.
Okay.
Because if I don't, there's not really much else that's going to do a whole lot to it. So it's probably more important for me to try to have some retributors within the sweet spot of 9 inches.
Your handheld meltas are also 9? Wow.
These are multi-meltas.
Oh, okay.
These are retributors. So yeah, we'll do that. And then that'll be our squad leader. All right, so they are all within 9 inches now.
Great.
At least one of them.
That's wonderful. I'm so excited.
Yeah. I could tell. Okay. I think that's it for my movement.
Mm-hmm.
So just kind of shuffled some things up, moved some things around. Retributors got out of the immolator that I didn't get out last turn. They kind of moved up here. And then I have 10 Sister Squad here, 2 Death Cult Assassins, and then over on the other side, 2 Crusaders and 5 Seraphim.
Absolutely.
And then you've got an Overwatch into Celestine's unit.
So, everybody gets in on the Overwatch. And Celestine, is she infantry or a monster?
I believe she is infantry and not a monster. Let me double check, though. She always has been. I don't think that they've changed that this go around. So infantry, jump pack, fly,
Okay.
etc., etc.
So we'll start off with Azrael and his 2 shots from his special Lion's Wrath bolter that both miss.
Okay, great.
And then we're going to go to the Hellblasters,
Thank
of
you, Azrael.
which I have 6 remaining, meaning I get 12. The Lieutenant, unfortunately, only has a pistol, so he won't be taking part in this fun.
You got it?
So 6s are sustained and lethal still. And everything's going to be overcharged. So that's going to be 2 that I pick up.
Okay.
So I get 2 auto wounds there.
And then these are 2 wound.
And so that's 4 at AP 3, damage 2.
Okay.
Sorry.
So 4 up on a Gemini.
Mm-hmm.
And that kills 1.
Yep.
Second one, I'll take it. Good.
Okay.
Third one on the Gemini fails.
Yep.
So both Gemini are dead. And then I'm going to spend 4 on a Miracle Dice to pass the last one. So both Gemini are dead, but Celestine is still up and cranking.
All right. And then comes the fun part of the Hellblasters. Hazardous check. We're alive.
Sweet. Great. Okie doke. Sweet. So now my shooting.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go ahead and start with. Let's go ahead and start with Celestine, since we've got her up, and it's not really going to change much of anything else that I do. She has a bolt pistol, and let's see what else we want to do. I think that's it. She lost her. Oh no, she has the Ardent Blade. Forgot about that. So let's do D6 shots into your. Let's do it into your character.
Okay.
So 2 shots. Strength 6.
Wounding on 3s.
Yep, wounding on 3s. Does ignore cover. So 1 at -2.
Oh, that fell down there. That'll fail. That'll kill my Terminator Chaplain.
1 damage.
Oh, just 1 damage?
Just 1 damage.
Okay.
Yep.
Thought it was 2.
And then that's it for her. And then let's go with now the. Let's go with the Retributors into your Terminators.
Yeah, and here I'm going to go ahead and pop that stratagem to reduce the -1 to wound if your strength is higher than my toughness.
Yep, makes sense to me. Okay, I'm going to roll all but 1, so 7 out of the 8 shots.
Okay.
And then I'm going to see about maybe using a fate dice here.
Okay.
So here's their shots. 4s. And then I will use a fate dice here, and I am going to burn one of their cherubs as well. So I will regain a fate dice, which is a 2. So I have a 1 and 2 2s left.
Okay.
And then, so that'll give me 3 hits. And then let's roll to wound. So I will need 3s goes to 4s, right?
Okay. Yes.
1 wound, -4, so invul.
Good.
You're good. Then let's fire the. Let's go ahead and fire the Immolator into your Terminator character.
Sure. And here I'm also for free going to give him that same stratagem to give -1 to wound because he's a captain and he can do that.
You got it. And then we're going to fire the Hunter Killer at your.
Did it never go off? I could have sworn.
That one did not.
Okay.
That's the only one I did not shoot because I didn't do really anything with that at all.
Oh, okay.
You know what? No, I think I did. I did.
Yeah, I was going to say I could have sworn.
I didn't shoot it from here.
Okay.
Yep, that's what I'll do. So Emmolator's going to fire the multi-melt here, and then we're going to fire the heavy bolter over here at your character that's got 1 wound left.
Okay.
So we'll do the heavy bolter first, just because it's the easiest. So 3 shots, no sustain, but all hit. And then 5s to 5, so 4s. That is 2 at -1.
And I do get cover here.
You do, so 2 ups.
Good.
Yep, you're good. And then let's go ahead and shoot the multi-meltas. Multi-meltas is 2 shots. Both hit. And 4s with the -1 to wound.
Yep.
Twin linked, so that is 2 wounds at -4.
On
So
my
4
invul.
invulns.
I failed them both.
All right.
That's going to kill him.
2d6.
Just the
12.
Goodness gracious. No, plus Melta.
Overkill. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Plus Melter range.
It's like 16 damage there.
There you go.
I was not
Smack.
I was not prepared for the Meltas this game.
Okay. So that is that. Now let's go with... let's go ahead and fire from this squad.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to fire... Let's shoot the plasma and the bolters all at this guy.
Okay.
And then the Melta, multi-Melta will both go into your Terminators.
Sounds good.
So here's the multi-Melta. I am going to go ahead and burn... Actually, no, we'll roll to hit on the multi-Melta. Does not hit. And the Melta also doesn't hit. Okay. And then let's go with the plasma. Plasma. Or no, this is the Condemner. Sorry, I keep saying plasma. It's Condemner. Misses. Excellent. We're doing great.
It's okay. It's just my shooting phase
bolters.
last time.
Rapid firing.
Okay.
This is all into the individual guy here. Okay. And then this will need 5s and 6s.
Nice.
All right.
It's 3. Looks like it. No
3,
AP,
no minus.
right?
Yep.
Yep.
So don't roll a 1.
Don't roll once. Thank goodness. I was scared for a second.
All right. And then let's go ahead and... so emulator shot. We still have this. Let's fire the Castigator. Castigator is going to go into your Terminators over there. It's going to fire Battle Cannon.
And what's the AP on its shots real quick?
-1 on the Battle Cannon.
Mm-hmm.
And it's already used its Hunter Killer. And then no AP on the Storm Bolter.
Okay, great. So
Yep.
cover will mean I'm...
Cover you?
Yeah, cover will cover me.
No pun
I
intended.
was avoiding the pun
So
intentionally.
D6 plus 3 blast. So D6 plus 5. So 10.
Nice.
So 10 shots, hitting on 3s. This does ignore cover.
Okay.
So you'll be -1, but
Yeah.
it's only -1.
And well, what's the damage on this?
Flat 3.
Then I'm going to go ahead and armor contempt here.
Okay, you got it. Okay, that is 7. And then strength 10. So I will need 2s.
3s.
3s because you're
-1.
-1. Okay.
Okay.
So that is 5
5 on 2s.
on 2s.
I still failed 3.
All right.
Goodness gracious.
Lose 3 Terminators.
All right.
And then Stormbolter. 1 hit. 1 wound.
Okay.
No minus. So
No minus
normal
on that
2
one. Fail that somehow too.
All right, you take it. Then let's go with the other emulator fell back, so it can't do anything. I do have the Rhino though,
Yep.
so it will fire its Hunter Killer
At what?
at the Terminators.
Okay. Can it see them currently?
Actually, you know what? I don't think it has. It does. Okay.
But can it see them currently is my question.
Yeah, absolutely. Right through
Okay.
here.
All right.
Because you're in the terrain.
Oh, okay.
If you
yeah.
weren't in the footprint, I couldn't see you. So single Hunter Killer needs a 2+. Let's go ahead and burn a 2+.
Yep.
And then I'll need a 3 to wound you with the -1 wound. Of course not. Man, Hunter Killers. Oof. Bane of my existence. So I will be within rapid fire. So 3s to hit. And 5s to wound. Or no, I'm actually 6s now because... Oh no, it's only if I'm 1 higher.
Yeah.
Okay, so 2 wounds, no minus.
Good.
You got it. Okay, so the only other things I have to shoot is my Exorcist.
Mm-hmm.
And I think... Oh, and I still have some stuff back here. So Exorcist will go ahead and do some shooting. Exorcist is going to... I believe... we're going to send the... Do it this way. Let's go with the missile launcher. Straight ahead, I think. It's already used its hunter killer. I think. Okay, so let's go ahead and use the Exorcist missile launcher. We're going to fire into the Terminators in front of us.
Okay.
I think that's the best place to go. So that is going to be 6 shots.
Mm-hmm.
Does not have blast, unfortunately. So hitting on 3s. Drop one of those, and then I'm going to wound you on
4s.
3s.
Oh no, 3s. You're right.
Yep, I would be on 2s. So I do drop 2 of those, which wouldn't have wounded you even without it.
And then AP on this is
-2.
So down to 1 because I did Armor of Contempt then.
Yep. So
3s.
3s.
Pass 2.
So 1 takes D6.
That'll
4.
kill that one guy that took a wound a moment ago.
Excellent. Got him out of there. Boated off the island. And then the only other thing we have is the heavy bolters out of the front.
Yep.
So heavy bolter. That is 3 hits. Nothing sustained. And 4s. That is 2 at -1. So no minus.
Pass those.
You're good. Then, shooting back here, we have 4 flamers into this squad.
Sure.
The hand flamers, so that's 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
Goodness.
From the Seraphim.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think these do not have blast. Okay, just making sure. So 4, 8, 12, 16. Is your strength 4 into your tough 4?
Yes.
So 4 is to wound.
No AP, correct?
No AP, normal saves.
I was going to say, strength 4 hand flamers. I hope there's no AP.
Right, yeah. So
3 ups. Oh, goodness.
So
that'll kill
kills
1.
a guy and puts a wound on another.
Yep. I'll go ahead and kill this guy on the end here.
And then I'll have 1, 2, 3 bolt pistols as well. 1 hit.
Okay.
Needs a 4. That is a wound. No minus. Not
Pass.
a 1 or a 2. You're good. All right. And then from this squad, we're going to fire everything into them as well. So here is the multi-melta first. Cocked. Very. Excuse me. Okay. So 2. And then these will need 2s to wound.
Okay.
So I am going to go ahead and burn a 2 from a Miracle Dice pool. And then I will burn the unit's Cherub. It's the only one it has. Get 1 back, so it's a 4. And then, so that is 1 successful wound there. And then we're going to roll the other one on a 2. So that's 2 wounds from the multi-melta so far.
Okay.
And then from the regular melta gun, we're going to need... Let me get to that. It is 1 shot, hits, and a 2, wounds.
Yep.
And then we're going to have some bolters, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3s to hit. Actually, 4s to hit, sorry. And these are going to go to 4s.
Okay.
So 4 saves, no AP.
All right. 4s on 3s. Goodness. Thank goodness.
So it kills the guy with a wound.
Yes.
And then
actually, the 3 melta shots killed them, and then he took 1 wound.
Let's just make sure none of these are a 1. One of them was a 1.
Okay.
So the other one will kill.
Yeah.
So
he's just back and full.
Yep. And then the only other thing I think I had there was the Condemner, which is 1 shot. Hits and wounds.
Okay.
Oh, it's rapid fire, sorry. So that hits and Does not wound. Okay. There you
So
go.
1 at no AP.
1 and no AP.
I'm good.
Yep. All right.
All right.
And then I think that's it for my shooting. That's everybody.
That was a bit of shooting.
That was a bit. Yes. So now it's just charges.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I have anything within 12
No,
back there anymore.
not after the...
Yeah, I figured not. So we're going to send Celestine.
Okay.
You're out of CP,
Mm-hmm.
so cannot interrupt. Celestine's going to come at this guy,
Sure.
and the unit's going to multi-assault those 2 units.
Okay.
So Celestine's coming
It
over here.
should just be 1 unit here. It's the librarian and his Deathwing Knights.
Oh, those are all together. Yeah. Okay, cool. So Celestine coming over here to this 1 wound model. 4 will make it.
But she tried really hard not to.
She tried not to, yeah. And then going straight ahead
Mm-hmm.
from here should totally make it with a 5 on the dice. Oh, yeah, easy. We'll actually come right into the center. Them. I think that's all that could make it into base to base. And all the other girls will just kind of hang out behind and stay on the objective to keep 8 OC on there.
Okay.
Because I didn't roll, crazy high number. Let me get rid of these cherubs so I don't think that there's something else. Okay, I think that is just about that for charges. I don't think I have anything else because nothing back there has room to charge anything anymore. Let's go ahead and, you know what? Let's be cheeky.
Okay.
The preacher's going to charge into your squad there.
Fair enough.
With a 4. We make it.
Mm-hmm.
And, we'll just, we'll make you kill me.
Yeah.
Or if you don't, even better.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and start with Celestine here.
Sure.
Not that you can interrupt anyway, but that's probably the easier one to roll for here. So Ardent Blade in combat, 5 attacks.
Okay.
Hitting on 2s. We drop 1. Wounding on 3s, but 6s are devs.
Okay, that'll get him.
Dev for 2. And we're already on that objective, so nothing to do there. We'll jump over to this unit.
Yep.
We are going to roll for our homegirl first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. So we are down. We're going to discard 1 to give to use the Palatine's ability.
It's for the mortal wounds on wounds themselves?
Correct, yeah. So successful wounds.
Okay.
For the Palatine model itself. We'll do additional. And then I am going to also burn 1 CP.
Okay.
To give them +1 to wound.
I figured, yeah.
Yeah.
So I am, in response, going to pop my once per game Watcher in the Dark, which gives them a 4-up Feel No Pain against mortals till end of phase.
Okay, great. So what we're going to do now, because the unit is below its starting strength,
Sure.
she'll get +1 additional attack.
Okay.
She has not taken any damage, so it's not +2.
Okay.
But it does also increase her strength and her damage.
Okay.
So attack, strength, damage. So she'll go to 5 attacks. It will be flat 3 damage now with the mortal in addition on every successful wound. We're going to go ahead and burn this. And because the Dialogus is in the unit, it's going to turn the 4 to a 6.
Sure.
So that will be a 6, which will also be a lethal hit.
Okay.
And then she'll have her 4 other attacks. So she will hit on 2s. Really looking for more 6s just to be lethals. No more lethals, but they all do hit.
Sure.
And then we're going to go with, now to strength 5. So I'll wound you on, with +1 to wound, so I'll wound you on 3s.
3s, yep.
Okay.
So
that is 4 mortals, plus you have 4 saves at -2, flat 3 each.
Okay. So 4 saves on the invul. Every time.
Fail 3.
So that is...
So you'll have that plus 4
yes.
mortals.
So 4 mortals for the Feel No Pains, pass 2. meaning that it was 3 fails for a total of 6 damage. 8 damage will kill my 2 remaining Deathwing Knights.
Cool. All right, and
You
now
are very much worth 230 points.
Now we will go with the Dialogus
Sure.
in the squad. Dialogus staff. Again, most of this is now inconsequential now that she's gone. But 4s. She does give lethals to the whole unit, but doesn't matter there. Strength 4 to a 5, so I need 5s, but +1
Yep.
for 4s. Nothing. Okay, and then the rest of the squad, I think I've only got 2 sisters that could go in there.
Okay.
So 4s, nothing. Okay.
All right.
That's it from that squad into that unit, but they did enough, just enough, I think. And then we have my preacher over there in the middle. Gonna slap some people around, hopefully. Let's see what we can do. We're gonna go with the Zealot's Vindictor. It's 3 attacks, hits on 4s. Looky there. Strength 5 to tough 4, so
T5.
The T5 over here?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, it's T4.
T4, okay. So 3s. 1 wound, -1.
Okay. Fails.
Flat 2.
Okay.
Oh.
That will let me shoot back.
All right.
I'm going to go ahead and take this on the sergeant.
You can't shoot in combat?
I can because they have pistols.
Ooh, okay. So you shoot the pistols.
The sergeant's gonna. No, I'm not. I'm gonna. Sorry, I said the sergeant. I want to keep the plasma pistol, so I'm gonna just take on one of the regular guys.
Okay.
So he gets 1 shot
with a bolt pistol.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's sustained hits and lethal.
Okay.
That's 2 wounds at no AP.
All right. So 3 ups. I fail.
Okay.
D3 additional miracle dice. All right. So 3. So a 4, a 5,
It
and
was
a 5.
D3 and you rolled a 1. It should.
Oh, I rolled a 1? Okay. I will just re-roll that then. A 4.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. And that kills your preacher properly this time.
Preacher's dead. Can't bring it back again. It is full dead.
Okay.
Full dead, stay dead. All right. So, end of turn.
I still have my librarian left, and he can fight back. So his force weapon is 4 attacks, but because you're on his vowed objective, and I gave him the enhancement, it gives him crit hits on 5s, and he has lethal hits.
You got it?
And sustain hits. So naturally, I roll none of them.
Okay.
And then that's going to wound you on 2s. So that's 3 at AP1 for D3 apiece.
4 ups on sisters. 2 die.
Okay.
I will pull this one and this one. 2 regular sisters.
All right.
And then I guess we're end of turn now.
Yes.
Officially. So no prisoners. I will score 4 for your knights and for your character.
Yep.
And then for engage on all front, I'll get the big.
Yeah. The chaplain for no prisoners as well to max out at 5.
Where was the chaplain?
Celestine
yeah. So 5 points. Great. That's awesome.
Okay.
So 5 points there, and then I get the big. What is it? 4 points in 4 different table corners. So total of 5 points. So total of 10 there. That was a big scoring turn.
Yeah.
Considering I completely whiffed on primary.
Yeah, but I can't seem to make saves on Terminators, which is not usually the problem.
It is a thing. Yeah, it has been a thing.
All right.
So that's the end of my turn, and then we'll go into bottom 3 now for you.
Yep.
And we'll see where you take us.
So we will flip over 2, and then we'll handle everything else. Attempting target.
Okay.
And capture enemy outpost.
Okay. You can definitely get capture enemy outpost this turn. And then attempting target, we'll go ahead and make it this one because it's the hardest one for you to try to get to.
Yep. Okay.
And I will go ahead and mark that with a marker here.
Now, Celestine has a stand back up mechanic, right?
Yep. 2+.
Yep.
As close as possible to where she was outside of engagement.
Okay. So for primary, I think I will max primary for a priority target for 15.
Yes,
right?
absolutely. You still have your well, you need a battle
Sticky.
shock.
No, sticky.
It's sticky anyway, but you'll still need a battle shock on
Yeah,
that unit.
I was gonna get to battle
But
shock.
you'll still get 1, 2, 3 for 15 on primary. We'll each gain a CP. I need to gain another miracle.
And I'll gain 2 because Azrael's still on the table.
Got a 6. So I have a 6 and a 4 in the old Miracle Dice pool currently.
Mm-hmm. All right, and then we will go to battle shock. So no battle shock on the librarian. He's good.
Yep.
The Terminators are still good.
Yep.
The Hellblasters are still good, although I do need to remove one. They're still above half.
Oh, yeah, because the one that died, yeah, we didn't pull it from when it was shooting its pistol.
And that is...
battle shock back there.
Yes. 5 he'll fail, but that doesn't really matter.
No, it's sticky anyway.
Yep.
So.
Okay. So we will go to...
And is there one guy left?
Just one guy over there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Those hand flamers did some work.
Mm-hmm. I was surprised when you said there was strength 4. Usually hand flamers are on 3s. It makes it a little.
Yep.
All right. So I get to call out my vowed objective.
Yes.
Let me go take a peek at your home objective.
Deal here.
Yeah. I'm going to take a look at what you've got on your home. I don't think your exorcist made it.
No, it did not.
But you do have...
I have 2 retributors on there.
2, yeah.
And then I have the 2 sacrosands and then my rhino over here as well.
Yeah, and the rhino. Okay.
Yep.
I'll go ahead and declare... I think I will declare your home objective as the vowed objective. So if you want to just set that over there.
Absolutely. You got it.
And then Oath of Moment, we'll go ahead and put onto these sisters right here.
Okay. Onto the Battle Sister squad?
Yep, onto the Battle Sister
I'll set it there just
squad.
so we know it's not Celestine.
Yep.
I'll set that there.
And then we will go to movement. So starting off with movement, I am going to fall back with my Terminator Librarian.
We're all shocked.
But not battle shocked.
That's true.
I am going to make a desperate escape attempt here. I'm going to try and get him here, outside of an inch, and with his toe on.
So not a 1 or a 2, right?
Yep, not a 1 or a 2. So naturally,
all right.
I'm going to CP reroll this. Desperate escape is 1 and 2,
CP,
unless you're battle shocked, in which case it becomes 1, 2, and 3.
Spinning a CP to reroll that.
And it fails again.
Still fails. Oof.
So librarian dies. Unfortunate.
Well,
but it was the only chance I had.
Yeah, to try to get it. Yep.
Okay.
Good news is you're still smoking on primary.
Yeah,
so
I think
that's going to keep you more than well within it.
Some decent primary denial on this turn might just quench the game here.
Yep.
But it's hard to say.
Yep.
All right, so then we're going to do our normal movements. If you want to, yeah.
Let me know if you need an advanced roll or anything.
Will do. I don't think here I will, because Azrael is just good enough in melee to where I'm willing to throw him at things, even if it's dumb. All right, so these assault intercessors with jump packs, they can go here, and they can get into that pretty reasonably. Tie that down.
So are they gonna just kind of the jump pack's gonna hang on to
I'm deciding.
Okay.
It's a tricky decision, but they're kind of okay at the moment.
Yeah, I definitely feel like this edition there's quite a bit more decisions where you have to say, do I take the guaranteed points? Do I take the chance? Kind of varies, which I like because then at least you get options of what you could do.
Well, that's why I actually included them, because they're decent in melee, especially against stuff like sisters.
Yeah.
But also they have a 12-inch move.
Right.
So they can just fly all over the
around
field and be what I need them to be, especially in situations like this where some of the Terminators I needed to be a little more alive are much less alive.
Right. Yeah.
All right. So we're definitely going to move on to here. And then just for clarity's sake, because we've got some, like I said earlier, split models. The 2 guys with chain fists and the wings on their cyclone pods, I'm treating them as my plasma.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Yep.
And then the chaplain is in there. So we've moved on to, I only have 1 OC for all my guys on your home objective at the moment.
Okay. And I am going to send an Overwatch into them.
I figured as
from
much.
the Retributors.
Yep.
But we can get to that in a moment.
From the Retributors? Okay. So that's at, well, I guess you do it at end.
Yes. Yes.
Start, you can only get the one. Hey, at least you don't have the rerolls this time. That's really what made Morven Vol and her ilk go crazy with it.
Yep.
All right.
I am lucky enough to have a 6, so I can get the hit in there, but from the Miracle Dice. But
yeah,
that if I didn't have that, I might think a little longer about it. But since I have that Miracle Dice, I definitely think I'm gonna go for it. I think it's the right thing to do.
Mm-hmm. All right. Azrael and his Hellblasters just moved in. Zephyrim.
So now there's just 5 left?
Yes.
Okay. So not quite as devastating in the shooting, but still pretty darn good.
Yep. And then we will go to... What do I want to do with these guys?
That is the question. Okay. So there's 6 of those Terminators left on near my home objective, and then a character, correct?
Yep, 6 and a character.
Great. That's what I was counting, just making sure. And then those are the Assault Intercessors, correct?
Correct,
Okay,
yeah.
Cool.
All right. I think I'm going to just have them tuck in, be on the objective here in the corner.
Yep.
But be behind the wall for functional purposes. And then we'll see if your
Hand Flamers can do some work again, maybe?
That's kind of what I'm banking on not happening, but we'll see.
Right, yeah. Yeah, it's a tough call on whether to send them there or to jump closer to your home objective and try to take it.
I think at this point, unless you pull capture, I don't know if I can do anything. Like my home objective is taken, you're not going to get it.
Yeah.
So the smarter place, just let it be.
Yeah, I would agree, for sure.
All right.
That's it for movement?
I think that's it for movement. So
Okay,
yeah, go ahead.
We'll do our Overwatch real quick.
So one of them is automatic.
If you'll spin my CP, please. Yep, I am going to take one of the dice out, so it'll be 7 shots. I am going to auto hit with one of them.
Sure.
On a 6.
Yep.
Using a Miracle Dice. And I will burn the Cherub in the squad, because when else am I going to do it? So after this resolves, I will gain a 1.
Okay.
So trade a 6 for a 1. Great. Perfect. Then, here's the other hits. So I do pick up 2 others.
So there's, what, 2 multi-meltas?
These are just their multi-melta shots.
Okay.
They have 2 shots each, 4 of them.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yep. So 3 total hits with the multi-meltas, and then wounding you on 3s. So 2 at -4.
Pass 1, fail 1.
So it kills 1, because you're in melter range. I'll grab that one for you. Not the one on the objective. So I'll just grab this one that was off.
Yep. Okay. And then we will go to my shooting.
You got it.
So I'm going to go ahead and start off with Azrael.
Yeah, you may as well.
And the Hellblasters.
We know where it's going.
Yeah. Well, Azrael is actually going to put his shots into Celestine.
Okay.
For his dev wounds, because it's anti-infantry. Good odds of just dropping Celestine.
Her, yeah.
And then everything else will go into these sisters here.
You got it.
So Azrael's going to start off with his 2. I'll keep that. So that is lethal, sustained, and then the other one hits. And then these are on 4s.
T3.
And it's actually anti-infantry 4-up. And
1 and 2 is not going to get there.
Yes, but it is strength 6 to Celestine's what?
3.
Celestine.
Yeah, so 2. 2 will wound.
Yes, 2 will wound, and I'm actually gonna.
You have 2 CP.
I know. That's the. I'll CP reroll this.
Okay.
There we go. So that is a dev wound
Okay.
for 2 damage.
Okay.
And then 2 saves at AP3 for 2 damage.
You got it. 4 ups. So she dies.
Yep.
So she'll be dead, and then into the phase, I'll owe you a roll to see if she gets back up on 2+. So I'll put this next to her so we know that there's a roll needed.
And then the Hellblasters and the Lieutenant will go. So we'll just do the Lieutenant's 1 plasma pistol shot first. It will miss because he hits on 3s. And then it's 10 shots. I'm not going to overcharge this.
Okay. Yeah, one wound, sisters.
Yep.
No need.
Oath a Moment means I get to reroll my 2s. And then 3 lethal hits. that are then picked up for
4.
sustain. No, that actually flipped over when I
Okay.
moved them. So
Okay.
now we get, these are on 2s. Sorry about that.
It's okay.
All right, that is quite a few at AP2, damage 1. So it should just be on your 4-up.
13. I will have to roll these 5 at a time because I have 5 sisters and then I'm sorry, I have 6 sisters and then 2 characters.
Yep.
So 4-ups. So 4 are dead. Now I'll roll them 2 at a time. Good. Down to 1 left. 1 sister left. She's good. She's dead. And now on to one of the characters. I will take it on the Dialogus.
Okay.
She's good. So all the sisters are dead, and no wounds on anybody else.
Okay, and then no need for any hazardous checks this time.
Yep, you didn't overcharge. Yep.
So we will go to. We'll just go to my Terminators.
Okay.
All right. So the Terminators outside the wall. I'm going to put the plasma cannon and then 3 storm bolters into the scary Meltas right there.
Retributors. Yep.
And then for the ones inside, I believe there are. Can you check if there's 2 or 3 models on the inside?
There's 2. You've got a character and then one.
And then I've got a plasma cannon inside. So I'll put those into the Melta Sisters on the inside as well.
You got it.
So we have. We'll start for the exterior first. Going for the plasma cannon with blast. So D3 plus 1. So that's 2 hitting on 3s against them. That is
1 hit.
1 hit. And then that's strength 7. So that's going to wound you. AP2, 1 damage.
And that's into this squad?
Into that squad,
okay.
There, yes.
So 3 goes to a 5. Good.
Oh, they don't have an invul?
They have a 6-up invul as well.
Oh, I'm so
was it
-2?
-2?
It was -2, yes.
Oh, so they would have gone to a 5 anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, they make.
Well, I could have overcharged. That was my other thought.
Oh, okay.
Because I thought they were on the 4-up invul as well, but it is fine.
No, the Retributors do not have a 4-up invul.
So
the whole army has a 6-up. But
12. These are the storm bolters and the Retributors.
Okay.
Hitting on 3s, and then T3.
T3.
Wounding on 3s.
Mega squishy.
So that's 5. It looks like.
Okay. And no minus here, correct?
Nope.
All right, so 3 ups, and this is to the squad inside?
No, this is to the one outside.
Still the same, okay. So I lose 1.
Okay, goodness.
I will pull... Let me check one thing. I want to see what the difference is on leadership characteristics. There's 7. So yeah, I will pull the squad leader.
Okay.
Because I'd rather have the multi-meltas on the board.
All right, and then the ones inside, we will go the... I will overcharge the plasma cannon inside. So that is +1 for how many Retributors on the inside? 5?
Yeah,
so
they
2.
haven't taken anything.
Still miss 1. 2s again. 1 at AP3 for 2 damage.
Okay, 6-up invul.
Goodness gracious.
Bang!
All right, and then...
We are saintly. Praise
apparently.
Be. Praise be. Praise be.
That is 2 more for you at AP nothing. Storm bolters.
3 ups. I figured that's where I'd fail one. But
okay. And then
apparently the praise is still shining down.
I can't. You know, my rolls have been okay, but I can't beat your saves. Your saves have been so hot this game. All right.
The sisters.
Yeah, the sisters. All right, we'll go to
they've been sending words up to the
charge
big guy.
phase. Apparently. So
all hail.
We're going to go ahead and declare a dual charge in the Sacrosanct and the Retributors in there.
Both on the inside? You got it.
9 will definitely do that.
Totally make it. Yep.
So let me swing
around.
around
Your way.
Thank you.
And switch top down.
So the goal now is to make sure that we're down to 6 models, which means coherency clicks to the easier one. And I can get everybody behind this wall. The cherubs don't count as models, right? I'm just going to slide them out of the way.
They're just tokens. Yep. They don't account for anything else. Oh, and I'm going to go ahead and give a big roll here. Actually, I'll wait till we go back to the front for Celestine to come back at the end of that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
It is important, actually. So
it
if
is.
You wanna...
It is. I'll wait till you're over here so we can
okay. Yeah.
both enjoy this 2+ together.
Yeah. If this is the one, there's some justice. The Emperor gives some justice to this.
This is not the one.
Okay, we'll see.
Praise be. Oh no! No.
Oh, the Emperor's justice.
Celestine, no.
Oh.
She was just a poor girl from a small town.
Oh.
Oh.
All right. So now the other charge we're gonna make here is Azrael into them right there.
I'm
We'll
so sad right now.
I'm so sorry.
I'm so sad right now.
I'm not.
I'm so sad.
A 5 ain't gonna do it,
Five
but
is
I
not
will
gonna get
CP reroll.
You got it. And then that is all on the
And a
screen.
5 still
is
won't do it.
Still not gonna do it.
All right. Okay, so then we'll just go to the fighting over there.
Yep.
So I believe I have the chaplain, and I have one. Would you look and see if the person connected to the sacrosanct is the
It's the character.
the character, and then the other guy with the chain fist can make it
Yep.
in as well.
Yep.
So I will go for the chain fist. And I just spent my CP, otherwise I do martial mastery.
You know what this means, though? Since you killed Celestine,
Mm-hmm.
I'm totally making all my sacrosanct safe. back.
Probably, yeah.
It's going to happen.
Who knows? All right, so we'll go the chaplain first. Hit on 2s here. Everything hits, and then strength 5 with +1 to wound for 2s again. So that's 3 at AP 1 damage 2.
4 ups.
You make
1 falls
1,
down.
yeah. All right, and then
We're not dead yet.
once again the chain fist will go into him. So hit on 3s, 2 hits, wound on 2s, 2 more at AP 2.
Right into the microphone. Ah,
There it is.
Dead.
I finally managed to kill the sacrosanct.
Dead.
All right, and then we have the remaining 4 into the retributors, and these are all 1 chain fist and power fist, and I think the chain fist is functionally the same.
Okay.
So I think it's just 12 attacks. 6, 9, 12. Oh man, that's a lot of 1s. Okay.
At least no 2s, so it wasn't teasing you.
Yeah, there's that.
And then strength?
Strength is 8, but I have +1
twos.
for Vowed, so
Yeah, 2s anyway.
2s regardless. That is going to be 5 at AP 2 damage 2.
We got tiny little lady butts. -2, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't have any 5s in my Miracle Dice pool, so we will go ahead and do that.
Goodness gracious.
2 of them fall down.
Yeah.
I will take the squad leader and one other one. Actually, oh, she's out here. There we go. Okay. I was like, I didn't think I had lost anything there, and I hadn't. Just didn't look. Okay.
Okay.
I do need to gain a miracle dice from the shooting phase for
Mhm.
the unit of sisters that you annihilated. That was a 4, and
Yep.
then I think that was it. Did you kill? Oh, you just killed the sacrosancts, so I'll gain 1 there. A 6. These are going to come in very handy next turn, I think. So I've got a 1, 2 4s, and a 6 in the miracle dice pool currently.
Yep.
And then I do have 3 slaps back from the retributors. 1 hit.
Yep.
1 wound.
All right.
They're pissed.
AP 2.
Huh?
Or AP
Okay.
nothing, so
Yeah,
on
AP
2s.
nothing. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I think that's all the great big combats. I think we can go
Agreed.
to end of turn.
Mhm.
You score some points.
I do. So I will get capture enemy outpost for 8.
Yep.
But
And-
I don't have. I don't get tempting target, and I think I'm just going to pitch it. Keep fishing for
And no CP to gain because you've already gained.
no
with
C.
Azrael.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. I think we're going to top of 4 now.
Yeah.
Should be a pretty quick wrap up here.
Mhm.
I think. Not a whole lot left to do.
No.
All right.
There's just not a lot left for you to shoot at.
That's also true. Nor you.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, I have plenty of targets. I just don't have much that shoots.
yeah, that's also a thing. Okay. Let's go ahead and do some stuff and some things here. We are going to start of the turn, gain a miracle dice and a CP, and then I don't control my home, so I don't roll for that anymore.
Okay. Yeah.
So miracle dice is going to be a 5. I'm liking that. So a 1, 2 4s, a 5, and a 6 in the miracle dice pool currently, and then we're going to have gain a CP, obviously.
Yep.
Primary, I score another 0 on primary because I don't hold anything because Celestine did me the honor of not coming back.
Yeah.
And I say honor because that's the first time I've ever lost Celestine in any edition. So first time she's not come back. Let's see. I think that's it. I think now it's just on to... Oh, I do owe some battle shocks. Don't owe one here. Oh, I don't owe one there either. I've only lost
two of the 5, yeah.
I still owe one for the immolator over there in the back.
And he fails.
It fails. And then I think that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the one. Which is fine for that. I do need to flip secondaries. So we have capture enemy outpost.
Brutal.
And assassination.
That one's a little less likely.
Do I want to pitch assassination? Because I think I have to even have a chance to stay in the game. I kind of feel like I have to pitch it. Let's go ahead and spend my CP. Let's pitch assassination. And let's rebuy to investigate signals. That we can very much do.
Yep.
All right. Let's go ahead and get started. First, what's your OC on these Terminators?
1.
Okay. I might actually control the home objective.
Your Retributors shouldn't have 2.
They have 1 each, but my Rhino.
Yeah. Rhinos are usually 3, which mean we would be contested, I believe.
Let's take a quick look. There it is. It is a 2. So I only have 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so you still outnumber me because you have 5 on there.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. I forgot about my Rhino until I thought about backing up for investigate signals and thought, oh,
I thought I had 6 models left over there. It's hard to see.
2 are off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because they had to base. Yeah. So,
well,
they're still in base with this one. I purposely didn't pull it so you couldn't.
I should have had at least that guy should have been on the.
Yeah, he's on.
Okay.
He's towed on. So you had the 5.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. Cool. All is right with the world. Nothing changed there. So investigate signals, capture enemy outpost, and let's do some movement.
Yeah.
All right.
Just as a quick reminder, because your immolator failed battle shock, it cannot investigate signals for you.
Yeah, that's totally fine. I'm okay with not being able to do it in one corner. As long as I can get these other 3, I think I'm totally fine. Just to score as many points as I can. So right to there. That was, more than enough. Now, we don't need to move. Which is probably better so we don't get overwatched. Because they can both see that unit. And this is a character, correct?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Now the question is, where do these Retributors want to go? They can't come forward. I think these 2 just kind of want to stay here and fire into the Terminators. These Retributors are going to fall back, though.
Okay.
Out of combat. But they will stay on the objective.
Sure.
And those are their cherubs there. And then these Retributors, I guess, are going to pop through the wall, which kind of gives you a free Overwatch into them, but I think we're okay with that.
Yeah, I will go ahead and Overwatch. I spend my 1 CP there.
I would. Plus, I'd rather you do it here than into the characters over there.
Yeah.
So we know you're going to Overwatch there, so
sure.
I am going to go ahead and make some additional moves here since we know that's where your Overwatch is going. So I'm going to tow onto this objective here.
Yep.
And then my characters. Actually, let's go ahead and move my Seraphim first. 12 inches up.
Well, you could have advanced and made it anyway, so.
Yeah. Well, the unfortunate part is I don't think I'm going to be able to shoot you here because I'm going to... I would risk killing you, and I want to be able to charge you so I can get on the objective and take it back. So these girls are going to jump back here so they can do the investigate.
Investigate and capture was maybe the best 2 cards you could have drawn
Probably.
in this situation.
Could you roll me an advance, please?
That is a 3.
I saw it try to be a 6.
I saw it too.
You're such a gentleman. All right, these girls are going to start coming back forward a little bit, back towards our side of the world here. just because what else are they doing?
Mm-hmm.
I've got enough in your back lines to do, kind of everything I want to do. I think both of them are just going to hold still, and then this is going to hold still as well, so I can shoot into there, and then the two characters are also going to just walk towards you. Actually, one of them will come over here.
Okay.
And hang out behind there, and then the Palatine's going to... Oh, I did that in reverse. That's the Palatine.
Okay.
Sorry. Okay. I think that is, as they say, for movement.
Okay.
And then you
have the Overwatch.
Have some very obvious Overwatches here.
So we have 3 shots from Azrael for his Lion's Wrath pistol. Nothing.
Okay.
And then we have the 1 shot from the Lieutenant. Nothing.
Okay.
But it almost was.
It almost was, yeah.
So that is 8, 10. I'm going to go ahead and overcharge these.
Okay.
So 1 lethal, and that also makes it sustained.
Yep. So 2.
Yep, that is 2 into them at AP 3, damage 2.
Okay. 6 up, invols. I make neither.
Okay.
So 2 girls fall down.
And then I need to make 5 hazardous checks. And pass them all.
Sweet.
The one time I kind of didn't want to. Okay.
Alrighty. So in the shooting phase, the Crusaders over here are going to investigate.
I figured.
The Death Cult Assassins over here.
Yep.
And the Rhino over here.
For 6
Those
points.
are going to be my 3 investigate signals.
Yep.
And then we're going to go ahead and start some shoosting.
Okay.
First things first, let's start with the wounded emulator.
Okay.
That's down to 1.
Does the emulator bracket?
Oh, I'm certain. Yeah, most vehicles do, so I am pretty sure it does. Let's double check. There we go. No.
Oh, of course.
It does not. Yeah. No, literally no.
Okay.
Okay. So, emulator. Let's go ahead and fire the 2 multi-meltas. First. 1 hit. Not a wound.
Okay.
Only strength 3. Or twin linked. That is a wound. -4.
Invul. Good.
Good. Now we've got our heavy bolter.
Mm-hmm.
All hit. Sustained. And then this is going to be 4s. So 1 at -1.
Good one.
Good. And then let's go to the next thing, which is going to be the Exorcist.
Mm-hmm.
Exorcist is going to, first things first, send its missile launcher, D6 + 2, in the tray. 4. This is heavy. It did not move, so we'll hit on 2s.
Okay.
All hit. And this will wound on 2s. All wound, -2.
So with cover puts me on 1.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So 3s.
I can see all of you.
But I should have some guys on the terrain fully, right? Or did I not?
There's no one that's wholly within the footprint.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
You're right,
he's
but I
hanging on.
did make them all anyway.
Yeah, you made them all anyway. Okay. Then let's fire the heavy bolter. 3 shots. 1 sustained, so 4.
Mm-hmm.
4s. That is 3 at -1.
Fail 1.
Flat 2.
So that'll put 1 guy on 1.
Yep. Gotcha.
Appreciate it.
Toss it over there on just a regular guy. And then we've got, that's it. It's already fired its Hunter Killer. So that's all the shooting over there into that squad. It's kind of all I can do. Now we will go to this emulator.
Yep.
Firing into your
Hellblasters.
Hellblasters. This will hopefully do a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go ahead and do heavy bolters first. 1 miss. Nothing for sustained. Needing 3s. 1 at -1.
4 up.
And you've got cover here.
Fails.
Okay, so flat 2, so kills a guy.
Yep. Well, I'll do the Hellblaster. Well, that 1 missed for the Hellblaster, but continue.
Oh, okay. Now we will do our multi-multi.
Yep.
1 hit. And then we're going to do a 2. Nope. Twin linked. Yes.
Okay.
-4, so -3.
4 up invuln. Fails.
Okay. See if he does his thing too.
He does get to fire back.
Okay. So 1 fires back so far.
Mm-hmm.
And then we've already fired the Hunter-Killer from there. That is it from that unit.
Okay. So now I get to do
Yep.
my fire back. I'm going to go ahead and
Absolutely.
put them into your retributors.
You have to fire back at what shot, correct?
No.
Oh, I would have fired them first. Okay.
That is lethal sustain in 1 hit. And then 2 wounds into them at AP3, damage 2.
6s. Make 1, fail 1.
Okay.
All right. So then now only 2 shots back from their multi-multis.
Mm-hmm.
1 hit. 1 wound, -4.
That'll go on the 4 up invuln. That will fail. I do not get to shoot back there either.
Excellent.
So that will kill 3 of the Hellblasters.
Great. Like it. Now we'll go from the Castigator,
Mm-hmm.
firing at them as well. Castigator is going to send everything there. Battle Cannon is D6 + 3. So 4. Should have fired it first. 3s, all hit.
Yep. 2s.
2s, all wound.
AP4 ignores cover.
AP1.
AP1.
Yeah.
So 4 ups.
Yep.
Either way you shake it. Wow. That was pretty terrible.
So that is 2 dead
Yep.
from the squad.
Mm-hmm. I should have slow rolled it, but
And then,
actually it doesn't change anything. It would have been 4 ups everywhere.
yeah, and then you've got to assign where 6 damage goes.
Yep.
3 and 3 to the characters.
Yep. So that'll just kill the lieutenant.
Non-Azrael.
Yeah, that'll
Yeah.
kill the non-Azrael. So the lieutenant is going to die, but before he dies, I do get my chance to shoot back. Come on, guys. 1 of them, and then he's going to shoot back at that last retributor.
Okay.
1 hit, 1 miss,
Yep, no sustain.
and wounds. AP3, damage 2.
6. No. Kills the last ret.
Okay.
Okay. And then we're going to, let's see what we've got with Palatine. We're going to do some little, not inconsequential shots into Azrael.
Yep.
We have a plasma pistol. Hits. And wounds.
Okay.
No minus.
Pass.
Got a 2-up save?
I think so. I'll double check that, though.
Okay.
Azrael's weird.
Yeah, for sure. And then the only other thing we have to
Yeah,
do...
2-up save.
Okay, great. The only other thing we have to do is to charge.
Yep.
Oh, that's actually should be a plasma pistol. But it still would have been fine anyway. It's fine.
Okay.
Okay, let's go ahead and do some charges.
Okay.
We're going to charge here.
Palatine and Azrael, I figured.
Yep. Totally make it.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to charge from the Seraphim squad
Yep.
into your
Lone Intercessor.
Lone Intercessor. Don't know what we need. Does a 4 get us
I
there?
Don't
Am I within
actually think
5?
it does. No, you need a 6, it looks like. Let me double check it. Yeah, you're just outside of 5.
Okay.
So 4 doesn't make it.
And I don't think I have any CP left. Nope, I do not. Okay. I should have probably looked at that before I did anything because I would have spent a miracle on it
Mm-hmm.
to guarantee the charge. Okay. That will cost me for sure. Okay.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and do some fighting.
So the Palatine is the one that has the mortal wounds thing you've been banging me on with the whole game.
That's
right?
correct.
So
yes.
I'm going to use Azrael's once per game 4 up, feel no pain against mortals here.
Great. I am going to discard a
Mhm.
miracle dice. Discard that 1 at the start of the phase to do the mortals
Yep.
as well. I am not below starting strength anymore because
Mhm.
I'm a unit of 1 and I haven't taken any wounds. I am going to go ahead and burn a 6 though
Okay.
to auto hit you on one
Yep.
of my 4 attacks. Here's the other 3. They will hit on 2s. So the 6 is lethal.
Yep.
Everything else hits. I don't have any bonuses again because I haven't been wounded or anything. So strength 4 into T4.
Yes, I believe
So
so.
force. So that is 4 mortals
Mm-hmm.
and then 4 saves at -2.
Okay. So that'll be on my 4-up invul.
Yep.
And then 6 wounds total on Azrael. So. All right.
So this is 4.
Yep. And now I just
Damage.
need to pass all 4 of these.
You need to pass 3 out of the 4 to
Yep.
live on 1. Or you fail all of them.
Ah, that's been my saves all game.
Okay.
Okay.
So Azrael gips it.
Azrael does, yeah.
Palatine dances. Actually, we won't go any closer because you have a unit over there.
Yep.
Not that they couldn't get to her anyway, but
Mm-hmm.
still. Yeah, I think that is it for my turn.
Yeah.
Because I unintelligently failed to make the charge for capture, I will miss out on that.
So-
But I will investigate signals for 3.
Yep.
And let's go ahead and ditch capture. Actually, it's turn 4. Yeah, I'll keep it.
Yeah.
I think I can get it in turn 5.
Seems pretty likely.
So I will hang on to that. And we'll both go up a CP.
Yep.
And then I do need to gain a miracle dice. A 6.
Okay.
Great.
And then I will...
So 2 4s, a 5, and a 6 are my current miracle dice pool.
All right. And then I will go ahead, now that Azrael's not on the table, I have to try and farm one with supply lines, which I don't. 4-ups seem to be my bane this game.
Yeah.
And then 2 objectives. I will get investigate signals and engage on all fronts.
Okay.
I literally can't score either of those because I have 2 units left. I can't.
But you do get 10 for primary.
Yes.
Yeah. You do still
I
your
actually
10.
get 15 because I 1, 2, 3.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You have that one too.
Mhm.
That's right.
Oh, and you know what? That actually does mean I can probably get engaged. So I'm going to spend my once per game to cycle investigate signals and see if I can draw something better.
Okay.
Storm hostile. Well, now I know what they're doing. Okay. So storm hostile objective and engage on all fronts.
You got it.
We do need to finish outside of 3. That is a tricky prospect.
Yeah. Outside of 3 of the center.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, how many?
Because if you go to try to get her, then you're probably
Yeah.
not going to get... Yeah.
What's the toughness and wounds on the Palatine?
She is toughness 3, like most everything in my army.
Mm-hmm.
And then number of wounds on her is 3.
3. Okay.
But I can, for 1 CP,
Mm-hmm.
discard up to 3 miracle dice and bring her back after she dies.
Yes.
Yes. And I do have a CP, which will be saved literally for only that.
Yep. You have to discard 3 miracle dice.
Well, it's 1 to 3. I don't
Okay.
have to discard all 3.
Gotcha.
I could just discard 1 and bring her back on 1.
So there is a chance. I have to kill her in shooting, and then I have to charge her really well in a specific way, and it's a chance at best.
Correct. Yes, I would agree.
But I think just securing Storm Hostile is more valuable than the 3 points I might get for engage.
Go ahead and switch it top down.
All right, so quick movement phase here. They can just fly directly onto the objective here.
Yep.
Meaning that I should take it from your Palatine with 3 bodies on it.
Yeah. She's only OC 1.
These guys are OC1 as well, but that will get them there.
Yep.
Then the Terminators. I kind of like what they're doing. Oh, I'm sorry. Oath and Vowed is actually important here. I will call Oath of Moment. I'm going to make the Palatine, actually.
Okay.
Vowed, my Vowed objective. It's down to 2s on everything. Because I've already got the Terminator. So I'm going to go ahead and make this Vowed as well.
That center objective?
Yeah, the center objective.
Okay, you got it.
Just focus all my killing power there. Then the Terminators, your Retributors, aren't doing anything right now, but I could pretty easily tie them up, especially with my long Pylon consolidates and pylons.
Yeah, the only consideration you have to make there, I think, with your Terminators is if you move, I could Overwatch.
Yeah, that's true.
I probably will not, but I could.
Well, how much CP do you have? Just one? Which
that's why I said I probably will not.
You know what? I'm gonna make you take that risk.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna slide. Well, you know what? They're not gonna move right now. They can make that charge guarantee.
Yeah.
So
no need to
feed it to you.
Yep.
All right. Quick question: does the Exorcist bracket after the Immolator? I have no faith that anything on the table brackets.
The Exorcist. Let's double check it. It does.
Okay.
When it gets down to 4.
Okay, so the Exorcist can.
Yep. It's currently full, 11 wounds. Left.
All right, I'll just go ahead and put all the Terminator shots into the. Oh, you know what? Before we do that, one other very important decision to make. Advancing this intercessor.
Oh, he needs. Does he need a battle shock?
He does need battle shock. Fortunately, that doesn't really make a difference here.
Yeah.
He pass.
Totally passes. He's all about it.
And then he gets a nice 7-inch move to just run over here and securely engage in that quarter. Actually,
I think if the points were closer, I would probably Overwatch there.
Yeah.
Just because I have a 6 on a Miracle Dice, and I just try to kill you with a multi-melta. But in this case, I don't have it. So
yeah, so he's gonna run over there. That puts him solidly in that quadrant.
Yep.
And then
how are you gonna get 2 more?
Right, the Terminators need to be solidly in a quadrant.
Yeah.
So
can you even get engage at this point?
It is.
I don't think you can, especially if they're committing to the center.
Yeah, no, I think I just gotta.
The only place you'd be able to consolidate is literally back onto the objective.
Yeah, no, you're right.
So I don't think you even can get engage.
I think I just have to scrap engage, but I think
so. It's probably better just to keep him on.
Yeah.
The home,
especially now that he's worth OC2. So he's just not going to move to get his heavy keywords. And,
I think that's probably the better choice.
Okay. Then they just won't move, and we're just going to not do engage. So
okay.
Let's go to shooting. We're going to go ahead and put all the shots from the Terminators into the Exorcist.
You got it.
And that'll be...
You've got
2 plasma cannons.
5 Terminator bodies and a character.
So that should be 2 plasma cannons. Overcharging isn't really going to help me here. So
no, T10.
That is 3 shots, hitting on 3s. 3 hits, strength 7, so 5s to wound. Nothing.
Okay.
And then 20 shots with the Storm Bolters. And that's one too many. Here we go. Goodness gracious. You can tell it's the end of a game.
Oh, yeah.
All right. There we go. That's a pretty good hit on the Storm Bolters, but now we need 6s. So
yeah, need some of that love on the wound. For sure. There's a little bit of it.
3 at AP nothing.
1, 2, 3. Swipe these out.
Yep.
Take 1 damage.
All right. Good job, boys. We did it.
Down to 10.
We wedged a bolt in the track.
We're on the way.
All right. And then we'll do the guys in the center. And we're going to have our assault intercessors shoot their bolt pistols and plasma pistols. So I'm going to start off with the 2 plasma pistols. We'll go ahead and overcharge these.
Okay. You got it?
Oath a Moment. Means 2 hits. Strength of 8, so wounding you on 2s.
2s, yep.
That's 2 at AP3, 2 damage apiece.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and burn 4
for the 4 pinball.
Miracle Dice.
Yep.
So it'll get rid of that one. And then this will be on what's the minus?
AP3.
AP3. So 4 up pinball. Take it.
Yep.
And damage.
Damage 2.
Damage 2. All right, she takes 2.
And then we have the bolt pistols. So hit on 3s, wound on 2s because Vowed.
Yep.
Oath of Moment for the rerolls. So 3 hits. 2 at AP nothing for the bolt pistols.
So 3 ups. she makes them both.
Okay, and then let me double check the bolt pistol real quick. Sometimes... they are actually AP1. AP1 heavy bolt pistols.
Okay.
So that means I think she fails.
Yeah, she fails that one. Not going to spend my CP to reroll that, so she dies.
Okay.
And then I will go ahead and spend my CP to bring her back.
Yep.
And I'll discard 2 miracle dice.
Okay.
So she'll come back with 2 wounds. So she's only taken 1.
All right.
And she comes back as close as possible to where she was. So she's literally right there.
And then we will go to charges.
Yep.
So I'm going to go ahead and have my Terminators charge your Retributor squad.
You got it?
So they make it on a 10.
Yep, totally made.
And then I will have my Assault Intercessors with their... Oh, you know what? Before we do that, I have a single Intercessor here who's going to light up your Zephyr.
Sure. Yep.
So Zephyr are only one
wound each.
Okay.
Yep.
That's the guy with the grenade launcher. So D3 plus blast for 2 shots with the grenades. 1 hit, 1 miss. 1 wound at AP nothing.
Okay, 1 falls down.
And then from his heavy bolt rifle, 2 at AP 1.
4s. 2 fall down.
All right.
Cool.
You managed to pick off 2 of your...
Yep, and then we can switch to top down, and you can move your chargers. Oh, you still have.
I still need to make the Assault Intercessor charge.
Yep, but you can do that.
Okay, so they're going to make their charge on a 9. When Assault Intercessors charge, they have Hammer of Wrath, which deals mortals on a 4-up for each model. That means 2 mortals go into the Palatine immediately.
Okay. She is dead.
Okay. And then they just consolidate and try to tuck in a little bit, but not get wholly within the terrain. Because if I'm not wholly within, you can't see me through the windows, right? Or if I'm touching it, you can.
If you are touching it, I can see you.
Okay. So we're just gonna consolidate and tuck in.
You can't see out unless you're wholly within.
Mm-hmm. So your immolator can see me, but hopefully not that tank with the cannon. That's
it can't see you currently.
Yeah. And then the Terminators had a big charge, so we'll just stick it over there.
Yeah, you had a 10. All right.
Okay. So the Terminator's going to get into the Retributors.
Excellent.
And we will just go ahead and get into... Oh, you know what? One more charge just to be cheeky. I'm going to go ahead and charge my Intercessor into your Zephyr. Because...
Into the Seraphim?
Yeah, Seraphim.
Okay.
At this point, there's no reason not to. He's dead next turn anyway, so...
Yeah.
See if you can clutch him out or hold him still or something. All right.
Okay.
So, we will go to the Terminators first. Well, you don't have any CP, so...
No, I do not.
I'll just start over there then. I'll start with the Intercessor into the Seraphim.
Okay.
All right.
There he goes.
He had no faith in that. So then we're going to go to...
No pun intended, playing against sisters.
Uh-huh. This is the Chaplain into the Retributors.
Okay.
4 hits, strength 5, plus 1 wound, puts it on 2s. That is 3 at AP 1, damage 2.
And this is into the Terminators?
And into the Retributors, yes.
Or Retributors, yeah. So 4s. So 2 fall down.
Yep.
1 left.
And then the 2 Chain Fists.
Mm-hmm.
In the box, please. So 3 hits. And 3 wounds. AP 2, damage 2.
Okay. 5 up. No, she's dead.
Okay. And now I'm going to go back over there and just do my consolidation move.
Thought about slow rolling it just because I had the 6 left on my miracle dice, but...
Mm-hmm.
And I will gain a miracle for Palatine dying in the center, which is a 6. I do have a miracle die from the Retributors, which is another 6. And then I think that's all I lost this turn.
Okay.
Just the Palatine in that. Okay.
So the consolidation move will move them back behind the wall. and notably tag the Exorcist in melee combat.
Totally fine. Oh, I'll get my cherubs out of there as well.
That plus 3 inches to move actually is coming pretty close.
I'll have my attacks back
Mhm.
back there with the Seraphim.
Yep.
So they have 2 attacks apiece. So we'll roll to hit.
Mm-hmm.
You have 2 wounds, correct?
Correct, yeah.
Okay. Let's go ahead and use a 6 to wound.
Okay.
On one of these.
Yep.
So there's that, and then here's the other 2 wound. No, I needed a 5.
All right, AP on this?
No AP.
He fails.
All right, take a damage.
He's at 1.
Excellent.
Okay.
I was hoping maybe I could squeeze 2 through.
Yeah.
See what happens.
I think either way it works out to be about the same. I was hoping to get 1 more and then battle shock him, which would have.
Yeah. But the good news is it will give me another 5 points on primary, which is nice.
How so?
Oh, I'm not on the objective.
No, you're not.
No, that's right. It will not then.
And then I think that does it. So your Exorcist can punch my Terminators.
Oh, okay. 2 at AP 0.
We're good.
Okay, cool. So I think that's it.
Yep.
For your turn. You will score.
Storm Hostile for 5.
Yep, and then nothing on engage.
Gauges, I'm just going to discard to pick up a CP.
You got it. And then we'll go to top of 5.
Top of 5.
I will gain another Miracle Dice.
Mm-hmm.
A 1. So I have 2 6s and a 1 in my Miracle Dice pool currently.
Yep.
And then I think that's it.
What about your other secondary?
I don't have... I have 1 Battle Shock, which is with the
Immolator. Yep.
Immolator. And I think that's it. So Battle Shock on the Immolator. Totally pass it this turn.
Mm-hmm.
And then my other secondary, we still have Capture Enemy Outpost, and then we're going to pick up Behind Enemy Lines.
Means that's a big chunk of 13 there, plus your 5.
Yeah.
Puts you at 18.
Yep.
But I don't think that's quite enough to overcome it.
It is not going to be. I'll only score 5 on primary at the start of the turn. And you're still going to score primary at the end, so it's not really much else to do. We can switch to top down. I'll make this a very quick turn. There's not really any shooting or anything I need to do.
Yep.
The only things I'm going to do here is this. Will you roll me in advance?
Yep. 3.
So it does tow 1 on,
which
gives me OC 2. And then now that I know I have OC2 on there, these girls will fall back.
And I will overwatch them.
Okay.
All right, let's see if this is the champion intercessor here. 3 shots on his grenade launcher. No hits.
Excellent.
Yeah, that was...
Okay. I do have my Crusaders coming up as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So that's the only reason I was willing to take that risk that, maybe you'd go after them. And then the Death Cults move up as well. And then that'll guarantee that I have at least 2 in your backfield.
Yep.
And yeah, I guess the only other things that we have to do, this will move up and tow onto the objective. And you have 4 on. I'd have to fall back to do that. But I could do... I don't think... Actually, that probably won't give me line of sight. So yeah, we'll just go ahead and do this as well. That way there's a lot of vehicles you got to kill if you want to try to...
score that?
Do anything with that, yeah. And then we'll put this over here also. Because why not? And the only other thing that needs to move is this vehicle to there.
Yep.
And she's going to just kind of keep hugging right there. Okay. Cool. We are going to... Actually, you know what? She will embark. That way, if you come over and try to pop the vehicle, then she can just spill out onto the objective.
Well, even then, if they fall out of a broken vehicle, they're auto battle shocked. Yeah, if a vehicle's destroyed, the unit that piles out is automatically battle shocked.
Okay. So yeah, she'll just do that then. She'll stay out then. Okay. So let's go ahead and do some quick shooting, and then that'll be that.
Sounds good.
We will shoot from here into that unit.
Yep.
So the multi-melt is first. Both hit. No wound. I will spend my last CP here. That is 2 wounds, minus 4.
No invuln here, so it'll just go
6s.
Yeah,
with
6s.
cover. Yep.
Nothing.
So
2
dead.
2 dead.
I'm within 9.
And I'm gonna just take out 2 of the heavy bolt pistols here.
Cool. And then the only other thing we're going to do there is shoot our heavy bolter.
Yep.
So 3 shots. Sustained on the 6. 3s. So 3 at -1. So normal save.
3 ups. Come on. There we
So
go.
2 dead.
One last guy left. It'll be just the sergeant with his power fist and plasma pistol.
Excellent. Then we're going to shoot our exorcist. Exorcist is going to shoot its missile launcher. It does have indirect, so we're going to shoot there into that last guy.
Yep.
It's going to be D6 + 2 for 8. That's big. All right, so here we go. These are going to hit on 4s because I'm shooting indirect, and I'm shooting out of combat.
Yeah.
So there is 5 hits. There we go.
Yep.
And then these will wound on 2s. Had to be a 1 in there. So 4 at -2. Very dead.
Yep.
Because I can't not roll. There we go.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Take 12.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not the first time in this game you've done that.
It is not, surprisingly enough. So now we're going to fire... I think that's it. There's no need to fire anything else. The only other thing we're going to do is charge in with the
You got to use the Crusaders,
and
they make it. And yeah,
then
I'm just
we'll do fights real quick.
I'm just gonna pick him off the table.
Great, and then they'll be on the objective.
Yeah.
So we will score max behind enemy lines for 5 in total.
Yep.
And we will score capture enemy outpost for 8.
Yep.
For 13. That's all we can do.
All right.
Puts me up to 67, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And then your turn.
Yep.
Not really anything you have to do at all.
No.
You can just kind of stay still.
Yep.
I guess you can see what you get for secondaries to try to maximize. But deploy, teleport, Homer, and cleanse.
Yeah, I mean...
so nothing to cleanse with.
The only thing that
Not that you need to.
Yeah.
You're already ahead anyway. So I think it's just wrap it up. You score 5 on your primary.
Yeah.
You're already engaged in combat, so you can't unless they have pistols.
The only thing that would have happened is I had a real chance with the chain fists of killing the exorcist, in which case I could have stayed out. But you know what? That's way too much.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's inconsequential anyway. So I think the final score here is going to be 83 to 67.
Yeah. In
favor of the new book.
Yeah.
Dark Angels.
Good game, sir.
Great game. Yeah. I was surprised I kept it as close as I did, with the Terminators, but you did me a solid and failing a lot of saves.
I failed so many saves.
That was pretty big time.
Honestly, I think in this game it just worked out because I was able to deny you a lot of primary. But that's really the only thing that kind of kept me ahead in this one.
Yeah, and I've got, we said it in a previous game. I've got a painter working on who did my sisters for me. Got a painter working on finishing up my Triumph of St. Catherine. So I'm really excited to put that model on the table in this edition.
Yeah.
And use it in conjunction with that Palatine, kind of that combo, if you will, and see what kind of damage it could output. As well as probably picking up a couple of additional exorcists.
Yeah, the exorcist I feel like was the scariest thing that you were shooting at me.
For sure. Yep. So
the immolators I really wasn't ever that scared of.
Yeah. They just don't have enough volume of fire. Yeah. They just don't do enough.
Auto cannon profiles where it's like strength 10, AP 1, flat 3. Those are pretty good in general.
The battle cannon.
I think the battle cannon. Yeah,
for sure. So thanks again for the game, and hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.
Thank you, guys.
See you guys.